What's going on, people? Welcome back to Gooners Therapy. Back with another show for you following the weekend's action. Big game at Stamford Bridge. I was there at Stamford Bridge. If anyone's in the chat, let me know you can hear me because I've been having some audio issues lately. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Chelsea away. 2 points dropped or 1 point gained. For me, we'll only well and truly know the answer to that come May. That's the way I see it. We'll only truly know the answer in May, whether that was a point gained or 2 points dropped. If we were to win the league by a point, then you're going to say, look back and go, you know what, that was a good point. If you even look back at that game. Guys, we've got a brilliant show to you today. I've got some very interesting guests coming on shortly. They'll be joining us. And yeah, it's going to be a wicked show. We've got a lot of stuff to discuss. I've got a great character coming on. He'll be joining us in the next 20 minutes or so. So it's going to be very interesting. He sees things very differently to me. Dan cannot make it today, but well, he said he might. We never know. He might jump on if he can. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. But let's get into it. Let's get right into the thick of things. Arsenal's performance against Chelsea, for me, is probably, for me, it wasn't as terrible as everyone's making out, but it was one of our worst performances of the season. And I don't say that lightly. I say it because I think we looked tired. I think that looked like as tired as I've seen Arsenal. Now, look, people will say, well, Chelsea would have been tired too. We played on the Wednesday against Bayern Munich and they played on the Tuesday. So there was a day's extra rest for Chelsea. Prior to that, we had played Tottenham on the Sunday in obviously our biggest game of the season. They had played to Burnley, but they travelled there but the day before. But going to Burnley and playing against your North London rivals are two totally different things. And I don't think Chelsea were that great either. I don't think, being at the game, had an old school feel to it. There wasn't many big up guys. I've just put the comments on now. There wasn't, how do I say this? The ball didn't seem to be in play a lot. There was a lot of challenges, a lot of people going at each other. It was just one of them. It was one of them old school games that had an old school feel to it. And as much as the football wasn't good, you could see both teams were really hungry. Obviously, Caicedo, rush of blood to his head, and he's done this before. I think he was playing for Brighton, or it might have even been for Chelsea. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but he had a terrible challenge on who is it? On Martinelli before. Let me know in the chat if he was playing for Chelsea or Brighton. And big up AFC always. He said you can hear me. Big up Tyrell Gunner. Go and subscribe to him if you haven't. AFC always says 2 points dropped. Big up Rob. Big up Roland. Arteta stinker and hooked. Listen, I don't think Arteta did anything wrong in that game. I think that's this 2 points dropped, if anyone, is solely on the players for me. Big up Victor Blaze. We don't have many tactical flaws, but mentally lapses there are in key moments. We just lack a team waiting for the title to fall into our lap instead of seizing the initiative. What do we think about this, guys? Because AFC always, we know where you stand. You want Arteta out. You're not very confident we're going to win it. And loads of other fans are like that as well. A lot of my negative fans, if you want to call them that, or whatever you want to call them, bottom gooners, top gooners, were saying if we beat Chelsea, they would actually really believe. So I was really hoping, not just for Arsenal, but for everyone else, because I think if we're all united together, there'll be no stopping us. Listen, I have to disagree with that. I have to disagree. Look, we don't have any tactical flaws. We don't have many tactical flaws. I agree with that part. The mentality lapses are there in key moments. I don't think there was a mentality lapse at all. I mean, all right, yes, they had 10 men, but we were playing at Stamford Bridge. And, you know, if you look at the last 3 games, you've put 4 past Spurs, your North London rivals, you've won that game with ease, you've beaten Bayern Munich, you've gone to Stamford Bridge, and yes, you played against 10 men, but you were also 1-0 down. And we just saw with United and Everton the other day, didn't we, that it's not that easy all the time when you play against 10 men, you know. Should we have won the game? Yes. Did we create more chances? I think so. Towards the end, I think we did. But listen, we were missing our 2 best centre-backs. And I think their presence, especially from corners. The corners, I don't know what we were doing. Chelsea were quite smart on the corners, I think. But yeah, I mean, look, like I said, we will not know until the end of the season if this is 2 points dropped or 2 points gained. That is true. Because if we win the league by 1 point, it's the best point you'll ever earn. And if we lose it by 2 points, then we say we should have went and won that game. Let's read this one out. AFC always says cowardly managers, cowardly results. Also, the first half of that game was absolute disgrace. I agree with you. The first half, we was not at the races at all. We was not at the races, but I don't think you could just put that down to Arteta. I mean, you can't just, the players have to come out and perform. You know, we've been performing very well lately, brilliantly against Bayern Munich and amazingly against Tottenham. So, listen, I think the players have to more take the L on this one. The only thing you could say, maybe at halftime, could Arteta have made some attacking substitutions? Which, yes, I agree. Perhaps he could have. He brought Skelly on, and of course, he then waited till the 57th minute, I think it was, when Odegaard came on, and who else came on? Odegaard came on, and Madueke came on, and then Gyökeres come on a little bit later. I would have liked to see Gyökeres a little bit earlier. Even Gabriel Jesus, I'm not sure how fit he is, but it would have been nice for him to get on the field. But look, overall, we're still 6 points ahead of Chelsea. So it's the same thing with Chelsea. All right, instead of 5, it's 7. With City, it's been 6. Then it went to 7. Now it's 5. You know, I think as long as we keep it like that, you know, as long as we keep it like that, then we're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely fine. Who do we think are our main title rivals, guys? You know, obviously Liverpool have cut it down to, I think, 9 points now. They got a good win. And I think Liverpool will start winning games of football now. I think they've dropped Salah. And we're going to come on to Saka soon, because there's been a lot of talk about Bukayo Saka. But I want to know in the chat, guys, who are Arsenal's biggest rivals this season? Is it Chelsea, or is it Chelsea, or is it Manchester City? Big up, Dan. Big up, Eddie, my guy. You were dominated from start to finish. Surprised Reece James bossed it. He played well. I don't think there was any domination. I mean, I've just looked at the stats there. Arsenal had 68% of the ball, so I don't think there was any domination. Arsenal had 1.2 expected goals. Chelsea had like 0.6. They scored from a corner. You know, Arsenal get slagged off for doing that. Our goal, I thought, was a great goal from Bukayo Saka. No one dominated anyone in that game. Reece James was the standout player. I agree, with probably Declan Rice. You know, Declan Rice, the challenge that he makes to save us a goal, that won't go down in the stats, you know. But I thought Declan Rice was brilliant. I'd say James was probably man of the match, though. Got to give him his credit. Chelsea are a decent team. You know, we've gone away to Chelsea. Not many teams will go there and win. I know Sunderland did, but not many teams will go there and win this season. So for me, it's not a bad point. Victor Blaze says 2 point drops. We had a shit performance. Obviously, one of the reasons was our backline. Also, Martinelli shouldn't start. That left side was so poor. Do you know what? I have to agree with the Martinelli thing. I mean, I was there at the game and I had to turn around to my mate and I was like, where is this guy? Like, where's Martinelli? Because he's just so much better as an impact player, isn't he, guys? So much better. And listen, let's not forget we were missing our best attacking player in Trossard. Our best attacker this season has been Leandro Trossard. We were missing him. Odegaard did come on. Then we're missing our main two centre backs as well. So, we're missing a lot of players. They were missing Colwell, and Palmer didn't get on the field probably because of the 10 men. So, yeah, big up Dan as well. Big up to Isaac. Thank you. Guys, if you're watching, make sure you're liking. Smash that like button for me. We need to beat Brentford on Wednesday. It's a must win. Well, look, I think every game, like every home game against any of these sort of teams, they are must wins. AFC always, aren't they? They are literally must wins. Obviously, we've got the gap now. Because we've got a gap, I wouldn't call Chelsea away a must win. If we were 2 points behind Chelsea, it was on Chelsea. They're the ones chasing us, guys. Remember that. It was on them to show initiative, and they did, but they didn't get the win. They went 1-0 up, and they still didn't get the win. And when they come to the Emirates, I think we'll spank them, to be honest. Big up, Dan. Very disappointed with the Chelsea game. 2 points drop, but we have to stay positive and move forward with the next game. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And listen, like I said, look, we can all debate till the cows come home whether it was 2 points dropped or 2 points, 1 point gain, but none of us will know until the end of the season. Let's be honest, the pressure is getting to Skelly. He has a lot of mistakes, and these days he goes forward, does nothing front, and doesn't track back. Victor Blaze, I have to agree, and it's not just this season. Last season, this was happening as well, wasn't it? He had a great start when he first came and he scored the goal against City, scored for England in his debut. And then he had a few shaky moments. He got sent off. Obviously, it was never a red card against Wolves, but I think he had another red card. Who was it? Against Bournemouth. I think at home we lost 2-1. So Skelly, it's not been a thing where Skelly's, it's just happened this season. He's not been great last season. I think that's why Calafiori started. And Calafiori, for me, is definitely by far the better player. He was on a booking. I think Arteta just thought, you know what, let's stick to having 11 against 10. But Arteta said in his interview after as well, guys, he said that they had a game plan at half time to way they were going to dominate the 10 men, but it didn't work because 2 minutes in we can see the corner and they score from the corner. I was disappointed with our corners yesterday. I know there's no Gabriel, I know there's no Saliba, but wow, Chelsea were very smart with their corners, leaving players like Madueke. They left him there. They left 3 up top, so we had to put 3 back. Very smart from Chelsea yesterday, I have to say. Maresca, I think, is a top manager as well, by the way. Man City, for me, being our title rivals. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, Tyrell. Yeah, I'll be at the game on Wednesday, bro. So hopefully I'll see you there. Looking forward to it. I was meant to go on AFTV against Chelsea away, but I had something I had to go and do, so I didn't have time. Moving forward, Saka needs to have a Dembele season. Listen, right, let's get on to it because you bring it up now. I don't want to butcher the name. I'm just going to say Fan, yeah? Listen, you're so right. He really does. He really does, because Saka is supposed to be our guy, isn't he? He's supposed to be the man. He's supposed the poster boy, Saka, the face of Arsenal. He is supposed to be the best player at Arsenal, and he doesn't. He's not 1 week of us said that's our best player. And listen, I love Saka to bits, but for me, Saka he's got nowhere near the levels that he can get to. And look, people I think are going way overboard. I do not think he was terrible at all yesterday. No chance was he terrible. He got a great assist, and he was trying to make things happen. But I think he needs to look up for Gyökeres more. I don't know if does he trust him or not. I don't know what's going on there, but Saka needs to have a big season. Guys, let me know, what do you think about Saka? Should Saka actually possibly be dropped for Madueke? Because I listen, when I heard that before, I was like, no way. But now I'm starting to think, do you know what? Maybe he does need to be dropped. Man City are the biggest rivals on a January window. They'll get a good midfielder and a proper centre back, and we'll be in big trouble. Look, I do still think it's slightly Man City. And listen, if they go and get a centre back, what would scare me if they were to go and get Van der Ven from Spurs, and I think it's possible, because for me he is world class. I have to say, I think he's a top defender. I don't know if he's world class, but I think if he went to City, he would become world class. Being at Spurs, I'm not sure you can be world class, but yeah. Evening, bro. I think this is SJ, right? Who I interviewed yesterday. 1 point gained, he says. We played poor, and you have to respect Chelsea as a top team, even with 10 men. So look, there you go. Like, everyone has a different opinion on this, guys. A lot of you have all been saying it's 2 points dropped. Some people are saying it's 1 point gained. So like I said, we will not know that answer until May. like I keep saying, if we win the Premier League by a point, what a point it would have been coming back from a goal down at Stamford Bridge against 10 men or not. And you have to remember, you've got to take into considerations the two performances prior to that. You know, the amount of stuff the amount of energy goes into a North London derby, and then playing against the best team in Europe on the Wednesday is a lot. And Chelsea had an extra day rest, so you know maybe that's why they were so comfortable with 10 men. Dan Saka needs to be dropped for the Brentford game. It's a tough one though, isn't it? AFC always, because that could be a perfect game for him to get a few goals and get some confidence as well. Brentford have been good this season, but mainly at home. So I do fancy us to win that game comfortably. Let me know your predictions, guys, for Arsenal v Brentford. Make sure you're smashing that like button. If you're a new subscriber, if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to the channel. Help us get to that 2K mark is our next landmark to get to. Big up everyone who's watching. I appreciate all the love each and every single time. Let me know in the comments what you think about Bukayo Saka. Let's see what the Arsenal fan base are saying. Again, Victor Blaze. Wow. Saka needs to be dropped, but Madueke isn't explosive, so it's still a crossroad. Yeah, I agree. But Madueke, he looks a bit more threatening at the moment. But like, I don't see it happening. I don't see Arteta dropping Saka. Obviously, Liverpool have now dropped Mo Salah. They look much better. Are Liverpool still in the title race, guys? What do we think? Are Liverpool still in this title race? Should Bukayo Saka be dropped or should he be rested? Which way do we want to look at this, guys? Does he need a rest? I don't know. He's not really played that many games this season. So when people say he needs a rest, I'm not sure he does. I think he just needs to step up his levels. You know, Saka, I can't remember the last time when I used to walk out of that Emirates every week and go, oh, Saka, wow, what a performance. This guy's amazing. This guy is just, he does everything, I don't like the stat about his assist, about, that was his first assist from open play, because what are we doing that? Are we, because you could do an assist where you just pass it 1 yard. Now, what's better, that or a corner, the technique you need in a corner to put it right on someone's head? So I don't like them stats at all. Oh, best first assist from open play. Well, for me, a corner assist is way better than a 1 yard assist, isn't it? Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. Remember, we've got a great show for you coming, guys. I've got someone joining me in about 10 minutes. We're going to dive into everything. We've got a lot to talk about. Title rivals. Where is Arteta? Is Arteta getting the best out of this team? I think he certainly is, but my guest I'm about to bring on, I don't think will agree with me. So we're going to get into that. So it's going to get interesting. So make sure you stay tuned in, guys. Make sure you send it out to your people, and let's make this a good show, guys. Chelsea, Chelsea have got Leeds away, and as poor of Leeds has been this season, something tells me they always have feisty games. Leeds are going to get something against Chelsea. I think Leeds nighttime game at home, fighting for their lives. This is where, for me, a team like Chelsea will slip up. And I really do believe that. I'm not just saying it. Everyone's going to think, oh, no, you're just saying it. I'm not. I think Leeds are going to get something against Chelsea. Man City play Fulham away. That should be a routine win for Man City. But Fulham just had a great result against Spurs. So, do you know what I mean? There's going to be, I just think there's going to be so many of these little weekends where 2 points here, 2 points there. But I just think it's always going to favour Arsenal. Big up Victor Blaze, man. You always come and show love to the channel, so I appreciate it. I appreciate your comments. He's putting in the crosses he used to, and his shooting has been horrendous. Maybe is the Odegaard injury that made Saka levels go down because of their chemistry. You know what? That's a great point. I think both of them kind of need each other. They both play so much better when they're both on the field. And Ben White, obviously, listen, he's not as good as Timber, but Ben White had a great relationship with Saka. The three of them, Ben White, Odegaard, and Saka, had a really good relationship. So maybe there is something in that, Victor. I agree. I have to say I agree with that. Famod says, hope I'm not butchering your name, my bro. Apologies if I am. I reckon Man City draw with Fulham. Well, there you go. If Man City draw with Fulham and we beat Brentford, wow. Then it's back to 7 points, So, yeah, I think they win that game. I think Fulham are, I don't know, think they're a nice team to play. But look, we only went there and won 1-0, so maybe not, man. Hopefully they do get a draw. Let's read this from Rolo. Caicedo should go to jail for what he did. Yeah, it was terrible. And do you know what? Like I said, I can't remember if he was playing for Brighton or Chelsea at the time, but he did a disgusting one on Martinelli a few years back, and it was disgraceful. It was disgraceful, honestly. I think Caicedo is a bit overrated. I'm just going to say it. I think Caicedo is a bit overrated. He's very rash, gets about the pitch, but comparing him to Declan Rice is just absolutely beyond ludicrous to me. Victor Blades has said Man City draw at Fulham. We're talking about that with my dad just a minute ago. There you go. There you go. Look, they could easily be a draw. And look, these night games, teams are up for it a bit more. There's just that little bit more edge to it. You know, I fancied Newcastle under the lights to beat City, and they did it. So, yeah, it's like before you'd look at every game City are playing and go win, win, win. Now you look and go, that could be a draw. That could be a loss. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's making things so interesting this season. But I just feel like Arsenal are going to be the most consistent team in the Premier League. And we all know the most consistent team in the Premier League is the one that wins it. Keep up the good work. Loving the show. Finger red #1. Appreciate that, my bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate everyone that's coming on, man. It means a lot to us, man. I'm going to send this link out to my guest now. Let us know, guys. Would you start Saka this Wednesday against Brentford? Or would you start Madueke or anyone else for that matter? Ethan Wanyeri, of course, can play there. Let's get this link sent out. Here's my guy. So what do we reckon, guys? Is it Chelsea or is it Man City that are our closest rivals? That's that done. Okay, let's read this one out. We need to make a statement in the Brentford game, get 3+ goals. Yeah, look, listen, I think we just need to get the 3 points. I think, look, it's always great to score them goals, score goals 100%. And look, it's nothing I'd love more, but I just think we need to go and win that game, 2-0, comfortable. Don't concede. We've been conceding now. We conceded 2 against Sunderland. We then conceded against Spurs, Bayern Munich, and now Chelsea. That's 4 games in a row we've conceded on. And we've not got our main centre back. So I think that Chelsea record is now not going to happen. And if we had Gabriel and Saliba fit, you never know. It possibly could have happened, but I think that's gone now. The fans defending Kai Trash, though. I like that one. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It really is mad. Let's read this. Damn, when is Big Gabby coming back? Listen, we don't know. I'm hearing it could be longer than 2 months. And if it is, means the guy's going to miss about 12 to 13 Premier League games. And then when he comes back, is he going to be the same? You have to probably play him in a few games behind closed doors. And, is he going to have the same intensity straight away? You just don't know. We did miss that. Look, I need to check because I checked earlier, but I can't remember the exact number, how many corners we had. And I reckon if Big Gabby's on that pitch, we win that game. Let's get the stats up here. Where is it? We actually only had 3 corners. It felt like more, to be fair. But yeah, I just feel like with Big Gabby, we could have won that game. And Capi and Mosquera, they were decent. Don't get me wrong, they were decent. But listen, when you're missing your 2 main centre backs, and I think if you've got one of them, it's the presence of these players. Even when they're walking out in the tunnel, you look and you see 6'4" Saliba, or you look and you see, seasoned player, even though he's young, or you look and you see Mosquera, 21 years old, and Capier, he's a bit shorter, he's new to the Premier League. It's just not the same, is it? So they were big misses. And Trossard, our main attacker, he's been our best attacker this year. So Trossard was a big miss. Let's hope Trossard's back. I'm sure we'll get an interview tomorrow from Mikel Arteta finding out about these injuries. We're getting a lot of players injured, and we're going to have to start looking at the medical team, and even my guy, look, they call me Arteta's lawyer, but we're going to have to look at him as well because we're just getting too many injuries now. It's getting ridiculous. Whenever someone's fit, like whenever someone comes back, someone gets injured. So it's really, really uh, frustrating now being an Arsenal fan because we can't seem to get our main players on the pitch all at once. Wouldn't it just be nice to have a full squad, a whole full stack squad? And you just imagine it, 5 subs. Imagine our squad when we've got 5 subs. You're bringing on Havertz for Gyökeres, you know, you're bringing on Marino maybe in midfield for someone, and then you're bringing on Madueke, you're bringing on Martinelli or Trossard, all these players coming on. You could make 5 changes and it could be 5 top changes. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully soon, hopefully at some point in the season, we can have a full squad. That would be brilliant. Don't know what's going on with this AI camera, bruv. I turned that mode off and it still follows me about. Really, really annoying. Anyone in the chat, if anyone's had any good news, anyone had any birthdays, anyone had anything good happening in their life, or even anything sad, let us know, guys, and we get into it because this is called Gooners Therapy for a reason, man. It's for a reason. It's because we come here, and even if you're not an Arsenal fan, well, it's just a place, a safe place to come, to chill, to talk, to banter, to get up, just to talk football and just de-stress, man. This is what it is. It's therapy for us Gooners, but listen, it goes for any football fan as well, man. Let's read this. Caicedo would be in jail if he wasn't footballer. Looks like a street fighter. He does look like a tough guy, doesn't he? I have to say that. Big up Dre, always coming in and showing love. Hope we get lucky and have a full squad in the running for once. This is what I'm hoping and praying for. Hopefully, come February, March, when we've got them big Champions League games, big Premier League games, I'm hoping we're in a Carabao Cup final. Hopefully, we have a fully fit squad. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. Let's see where my guest is if he's here. Let's have a check. I think he should be here any minute. Okay, let's read this. Big up C Walker, always coming on and showing love. Really pissed about the weekend. Need to pull up the socks and go again. Yeah, that's it, man. Look, at the end of the day, Walker as well. You have to think I think it's still been a magnificent week for Arsenal Football Club to anytime to put 4 past Spurs and then to go and beat Bayern Munich 3-1, top of the Champions League, and then listen, get a draw at Stamford Bridge. I don't think it's the worst result, guys. I really don't think it's the worst result. The performance was not good enough. Probably our worst performance possibly this season. Probably is, to be fair. Maybe at the Liverpool game. I don't know. Yeah, because we were decent in that game. We didn't really create much, but nor did Chelsea. Chelsea, this whole thing that Chelsea were good, they weren't that good. All right, they had 10 men, but they still weren't that good. The presence was missing. Even in our own players didn't trust Mosquera and Nkapia. They didn't play them. Rice had to go. But I 100% look where I was standing, the stand I was in watching the game. I was saying the same thing. I was going, Rice is having to come and get that ball deep so much more than he usually does. That's correct, Victor, man. Me and you, I think we watch football the same, my bro. Yeah, I've seen that one already. Is there any more comments I've got here from you guys? No. Let's see what's going on with these people here. Oh, I've sent him the wrong link. 1 second. And we're asking, guys, Chelsea or Manchester City, who are Arsenal's closest rivals for the title? Most of you have said Man City. Let me know in the comments who you think. And what about Bukayo Saka, guys? We're talking about Bukayo Saka. Should Bukayo Saka be rested for Brentford? Should he be dropped? And who should start up front? Now Gyökeres is back, guys. Who are we going to play? Victor Gyökeres or Marino? Who do you think starts? I think Gyökeres has to come back in that team. I think Gyökeres, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think Gyökeres comes straight back in? Havertz is meant to be back soon as well. I think it could be January they're saying he's back, but hopefully he's back sooner than then. Sorry, guys. I'm just sending this link out to my guest now. He's probably going to come and liven this show up a bit. He's got loads of good energy. I think AFC Always is going to like this guy. If you're still here, AFC Always, I think you're going to like him. T5ZH 3 4 3 C4. Big up C Walker. He says, for me, Chelsea and City are challenges. Rest Marino, he needs a breather. Yeah, look, I have to agree, man. I have to agree. I think he could do with a breather 100%. But look, he has been scoring the goals, though. He has been scoring important goals. And the thing is, right, when Marino goes up top, yeah, look, like I said, he scores goals, but the results are never as good. Now, I know we beat Bayern Munich since he's come into the team, and we beat Spurs, but we drew with Sunderland and we drew with Chelsea. So since Gyökeres, every game Gyökeres played, we won all of them, bar Liverpool and City. In a bigger sample of games, in like 12 or 13 games, 4 games with Marino, 2 in the Premier. How many games in the Premier League? 3 games in the Premier League up top with Marino. And yes, he scored against Chelsea. He got an assist against Spurs. But for me, the team is just nowhere near as fluid. But in saying that, against Munich and Tottenham, we were so fluid. But in them away games, I think Marino's good when he's at home and everything's going well. But when you get to them nitty-gritty away games, I'm not so sure. AFC Always says, I think Chelsea will fall short in this title race. Oh, I 100% agree. I don't even think they'll be there come May. Right, let's add my guest. I've added you, bro, but
yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. I'm just going to change the layout for us to
Cool.
get.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm good, my bro. How are you, man?
I'm good. Hello to everyone in the panel, and hello to everyone who's watching. Big up yourselves. Thank you for having me on.
Just see which one's a bit. I think that's perfect. I think, yeah. Yes, Hugo. How you doing, my man? You good, Jeff?
I'm good, bro. I'm a bit disappointed from yesterday. How
Yeah,
are
of
you
course,
feeling?
bro.
You're
Yeah,
positive. But
yeah. Listen, I'm still disappointed, man. Whenever we drop points, I'm disappointed. What are you saying? You see it as a. Just, I think. Look, I've been saying it on the show, but I think we'll only know come May if it's a point dropped or 2 points, 2 points dropped or a point gained. Because if we win the title by a point, then you can look back and go, bloody hell, what a point that was. If we lose it by 2 points, why didn't we win that game? You know what I mean? So, but how do you see it?
then I think I'm the opposite of you at the moment. I used to be like you. Anyone that's seen the AFTV the last 5 years, King Arteta, give it the full schmag. Bro, I've been burnt too many times, bro. And this year, although it does feel a little bit different and there's a lot more positivity and fans, I'm still not fully convinced, bro. Like, there is an argument to be had, and I know people aren't going to like this, yeah? So let us know in the comments. And I know I'm about to rage bait people right now, yeah? But there's a real argument to say Arteta's actually underachieving with this squad. Underachieving. And here's what let me explain my reasons why. Earlier on in the season, we had Liverpool. And Liverpool haven't been good this season, bro. And Liverpool were poor in pre-season. They lost to Crystal Palace in the Charity Shield. They started off a bit rocky. Kirkes, as Gary Neville describes him, as a little boy. They were there for the taking, but we weren't brave enough at Anfield. I think there was
but at that time they had won every game, right? When we played them, so they weren't in the situation they were now. They had won every single game.
I'm not sure. No, yeah,
no, they had.
They were scraping it like the Bournemouth game. They scraped
it.
it.
The fact is, they were top of the league and had won every game. You're playing the champions away at Anfield. It's totally different. If we were to play them now, we'd obviously set up different because you know their flaws. So at the time, though,
you're saying at the time. I'm saying the eye test. Like when you saw how they played even at the start of the season, I think they were there for the taking, bro. And I don't think our manager was brave enough. I think we should have gone there. You know, if you want to, like, do you watch boxing, Dan?
Yeah.
So in boxing, bro, when you go to win the title, there's a home fighter and they're the champion. You got to take it out of their hands, bro. You got to try that little bit extra. It doesn't matter. I don't mind if you lose. People still respect you. You go out. I just feel that was an opportunity where we should have taken. So that's one point. At home against Manchester City, bro. Again, the handbrake was on. It was too cautious. Let's not lose the game. Chelsea yesterday, you know, we should have stuck it on them, bro. There were 10 men, bro. I think arguably, and this is what I said at the start, is he underachieving? Because everyone's giving him a lot of praise and everything like that, yeah? But at the end of the day, we could be 12 points plus clear. This league could have been over by December, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't get what other people think.
When was the last time a team was 12 points clear in November? I don't think I've ever seen that. So
I think
you can look. Listen, Hugo, you can look back on so many games. So many teams can look back and go, if, but we could have. You know, so many times you can do that in the season, right? To be 5 points clear of the Premier League and top of the Champions League with only conceding one goal, I think it is a ludicrous statement to say that he's underachieving. Now, however, if we don't win the Premier League, then I would agree with you. But right now, the situation we are in, for me, it's a ludicrous statement to
Do you think we should be high? We should have more points, though. I think we should. Personally, I think we should. I think the 5 points are not.
But listen,
I think we should.
I think every top team would feel like they should have more points because no team wins every game. No team, even Man City, got 100 points. There was a loss in there. It's going to happen. It's just the way football is. You're never not going to be able to win every game. Back to the Liverpool thing. With Liverpool, let's not forget, when big teams play each other, it's totally different. So when Liverpool play against whoever you might say, Crystal Palace, or there's no pressure on these teams. Arsenal and Liverpool is a heavyweight clash, right? And I'd still be weary when we're playing them now, when we've got them at home in January, right? When Real Madrid played them, what happened? Liverpool beat Real Madrid because the two teams have respect for each other. Players raise their game. And look, they beat Real Madrid at home. They beat us at home, but then they're losing to Forest. So it's Liverpool's problem.
I hear what you're saying.
Liverpool's problem is more against these smaller teams who don't fear them anymore. You know, and like I said, when we play, it's easy for everyone to say it now that we've seen Liverpool fall off a cliff. But we were playing a very informed Liverpool team and the champions at the time. So no one kind of saw this decline coming. But listen, I do agree with you. I would have loved to us to be more.
I think this was a season, Dan. I really genuinely think this was us at Anfield. Should have just stuck it on them.
Is that after that game, and then with Man City, I wouldn't say that we were negative at all, because I think what happened was they scored early. And this is what happens when teams score early against us. It happened in PSG in the semi-final in the Emirates, and I've never seen us a game just lose the game so easily, because they score first. And if a team scores first, it makes it very hard for us at the Emirates, in particularly when a big team scores first. That's why against Bayern Munich, I was like, I really want to get that first goal, and we did get the first goal, and obviously they got one back, and we still.
But don't you think the Man City, bro? Come on, man! Like, don't you think that we should that again?
Hugo, what I'll say to you is that listen. They scored early, and I've never seen Pep do that. He had 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah,
he had 10 men behind the ball. That's the least possession he's had as a manager in his history. So we had and don't forget, there's a lot of new players in that team. That was like the third or fourth game of the season. And what I like about Arteta, what he did, he was like, all right, I've got this wrong. Started Marino, Brangazzi on at halftime, and he's becoming proactive now, because Mosquera, he could have ruined his career when he took him off at Newcastle. All he did was hook it out for a corner that they scored from, and he took him off. And against Newcastle, he started with he started Eze, didn't he? And he said the handbrake's off. He said it in his interview, and he's kind of like, I think sometimes throughout a season you have to try things. So you're never going to know if something works. So I think you try things, trial and error, and if it doesn't work, then
I
you
don't,
change.
I don't think it's
Some
time.
managers, Hugo, some managers don't change it.
No, Dan. No,
some managers do
bro,
not change
6
things.
years. You can't. There's no more time to try things, bro. He's had 6 years to do it, bro.
Yeah, but 6 years in different
should be done
circumstances.
now.
Though. 6
Like,
years in totally different circumstances.
I agree that 2 years. I think we've had a good enough squad for the last 3 seasons, bro. And maybe not the squad, but we've had enough quality to get over the line. And I think that's on him. There's little tactical. I almost feel that he's forced to make, let the handbrake off. When all the media and all the coverage was on after the Man City game, after Liverpool, so it's almost after that he's thought, oh yeah, now I need to let it. But you shouldn't have to wait for that. Now, what I think, Dan, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, and you guys let me know in the chat. Yeah, I think we've got a schedule that we're gonna aim for this many points, and here's where we're gonna pick him up from, because he's a big data guy. Yeah. The big games, we don't mind drawing Chelsea, Liverpool, because mathematically we'll still win. But that's risky, bro. That's risky. Because if let's say we lose like Sunderland draw, that Sunderland draw, that wasn't on the cards. Let's say we lose a couple of games at home, Aston Villa, for example, that's going to be tough. Aston Villa away, that's going to be tough. Then we could fall behind. Then the nerves start coming in. And we could fall off in the season as well. I'm not saying we will. But I'm saying it is a possibility, bro. And it's so frustrating, bro. After 6 years, like I'm so desperate. I know you are.
I know. Listen, but we keep saying. I don't think we can say 6 years, because if you look 6 years ago when he took over, we were 9th in the table. So I would say, he's the one that's got us into these title races. I would say the last 2 years, maybe last year was the first year where Arsenal would have been one of the heavy favourites. The year before, it would have been us because we had put ourselves in that position. But it's not been 6 years of going for the title. 6 years ago, you'd have said, if this man can get us into the top 4, he's a miracle worker, And it took him a couple of seasons and he done it. We didn't play Champions League football for 7 years. We went to our first Champions League final, only our third in our history since 2009. So he's improved us in every single department.
100%. Listen, I don't want to sleep. Like, listen, I'm not one of them guys that just say dismiss someone like, oh, he's a shit manager. None of that. I still think he's an incredible manager. But is he that manager, Dan, to get us over the line? That I'm not concerned. I think
this season that answer will be answered.
We hope so. But listen. Yeah. There's some worries as well. 2022-23, how many we were 10, 11 points clear, and then unfortunately we bottled it. And then 24,
we've never been 10 or 12 points clear. What are you getting at? I think
there was a time where that Liverpool game where
we've never ever we've never. We were 8 points clear. Man City had a game in hand and we had to play them as well.
Yeah. That was that Liverpool game.
So they win their game in hand, it's 5 points. Against that year, the Man City that year, and then the year after we lost it by 2, and they won the treble that year.
I can understand that. I'll give him a pass for that Man City one, yeah. Although, bro, that Alcaraz goal, bro. I told you about the other day when Alcaraz scored against
Southampton.
With that, bro,
that 3-3.
When your heart physically breaks, bro. Like against,
and we made it 3-3, and I thought we was going to make it 4-3. Let's read this one out from Walker. Big up Walker in the chat. The handbrake narrative as a manager, the handbrake narrative is a manager making a tactical adjustment. Other managers don't do that. Amorim, for example, he doesn't. Exactly. So many managers are stubborn. They do not change it. They don't change anything. That's what I like about Arteta. He always changes things. I've seen him play so many different systems, and I think this team can adapt and play so many different ways.
I think now he can, because we.
And listen, but Hugo, it's his first job as a manager.
Doesn't matter, bro. He's had, I think, 6
matters.
years at a top level. No, 6 years at a top level job. He's had enough opportunities, bro.
No, plus, but I think had he picked up a few trophies, a Carabao Cup or a Europa League on the way, I think everyone would be okay. And being like, we need to win the league now.
Maybe a Europa, but I wouldn't have been happy. Look, he's won FA Cup, and according to him, the Charity Shields are basically trophies. Which, come on, man, that's reaching.
Yeah, they are technically trophies, but I know what you mean. I'm not classing that as a major trophy.
I'm not classing that, but it's embarrassing for Arsenal Football Club. No. I mean, I think he's had enough opportunity. I am slightly concerned, and one of the other reasons I'm concerned, Dan, is let's move the conversation on is the injuries. Now, injury situation, and I've said this before on other channels, I've said it on AFTV, is a big, big concern. Every week, we are getting a big injury. Every week. Now, if you look at what the BT Sport correspondent said, he goes, Arteta is training them to near match level intensity in the training, near match level. Now, fine, we've got a big squad, but if half that squad or 3/4 of that squad is not fit come February, bro, we're back in the same situation. I think it's ludicrous that it's December, and Mikel Merino's our striker again, our main striker. Although Gyökeres, I accept Gyökeres come back, and that's another one that. By the way, we're going to discuss Gyökeres as well, guys. So tell your friends to come on because it's going to be a lit show. So, do you think? Are you worried about the injuries?
I am worried about the injuries. I just touched on it just before you come on, actually. And listen, you know, they call me Dan, who I do the show with, usually calls me Arteta's lawyer. Now, listen, that's one thing that I have to say it's going to be very hard to defend him on because, you know, my dad's always said to me, what are they doing in training and what's going on with the methods and strategies? And listen, but prior to last season, we didn't get that many injuries. The first year we went for the title, Saliba was the only notable injury I can think of.
And
Tomiyasu, yeah, who is obviously an injury-prone player, right? I don't think that's anything to do with Arsenal. We released the guy, you know, that injury-prone. But last season was where, with the season before, not many injuries. You know, the whole season we were quite good, and that's probably why we got up to 89 points, got the most wins that we've ever had at Arsenal's history, the most goals scored in our history, 91 goals scored that season. And then last year, the injuries really started to come in. And is it a coincidence we went and signed 8 players? I don't think so. I think, you know, they know that players are getting injured. Obviously, listen, we do have to look at the other data and have to look around what's happening at other teams. When Tottenham played us, they had 13 players that are injured. If you look around at the other teams, you will see that it's not just Arsenal with the injuries. A lot of teams are having these injuries. So as much as it may be part of, it could be, I'm not saying it's nothing to do with Arteta. I think it's a factor of things. I think there's so many games being played now. Every 3 days there's a game. The intensity of the games have gone up. So I think it's it could be the training could be a bit too much.
Could it be, Dan? Sorry to interrupt you, but could it be that the pressure's on him, and now because he's pushing them extra hard in training, and every week one goes. What do people what do people think in the chat? Is it Arteta's fault, or is it just these are just normal injuries?
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
Normal, bro.
But just want to come back on your point there, Hugo. Yeah, whenever I watch overlap with all the United legends, they all say that training was like what it was in a game. And if you listen to former players, what they all say is, when I went to Manchester United, you know, when they left whatever club to go to United, the levels of training was like a match, whereas compared to when I was at West Ham or whoever it might have been, it wasn't that intense. So for me, I don't know, if you speak to any top professional at top clubs, I think they want their training to be at that elite top level. So I would never want them to tone down training. You know,
I think there's a time
that's
as well.
Something I would want.
Like me personally, when we've got 10 games coming up in December, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got to be a bit smart. Number one, there's no time to train them extra hard. But when you've got 3 big games, we had Tottenham, Bayern Munich, and obviously, I agree. Don't tone it down. But this is where you got to be a bit more smart. I don't know the training methods. I don't know. But what I do know is Trossard, massive player, one of our best players this season, injured last week. Saliba this week. You could just go every week. We can go. Oh, this person's injured.
No, 100%. No, 100%.
So
and the thing is, Hugo, could you imagine? Sorry, but could you and carry on after this? But could you imagine we had our whole squad fit? How scary that would be. You could make 5 subs now. Imagine bringing on them 5 subs.
Oh yeah.
It would be scary, bro.
Oh yeah. And this goes back to my earlier point. Is he underachieving? People always, Arteta's doing a wonderful job, blah 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 blah. Best team in the world. Is he underachieving? Because I think we have. Between you and I do think we've got in the top 3 best squads in the world, bro. I think Liverpool also got an incredible squad. I can't think.
Yeah, but at the same time, Hugo, at the same time, he has built that squad. You know,
he has built that squad, but he's been backed. He's been backed. He's been there, and this is why the squad is only as good as the fit players. If you're getting players long term injured, remember, here's another thing why I've kind of switched to Arteta out. I see those players as assets. Yeah. When I say assets, let's say Bukayo Saka, my favorite player. Yeah. Absolutely love.
We're gonna come on to him after as well.
Yeah, but let's just say if he's injured, bro. Let's say it's a grade 3 hamstring, and he gets 2 of those. That's gonna cut his playing career, and it's gonna cut his value. That is detrimental to Arsenal Football Club, bro. And that's on the manager because he's feeling the pressure because he might get sacked. If he don't win anything, would you sack him this season? Oh, come on, bro. You can't think about that.
No, listen. It's a tough question because...
No, it's not tough.
No, it is a tough question. For me, if we lost the title, say, by 1 point and lost in a Champions League final on penalties, I wouldn't sack him personally if that happened. Because I would still believe the team would be that close. And I believe that if it doesn't happen this year, it'll happen next year. But listen, if we fell off, I don't know. Maybe I would sack him. Actually, it's a tough question. Possibly I would because we're 5 points clear. Maybe I would feel like someone. Do you know what? It depends who was available. If you're going to say to me,
that's fair. That's a fair comment.
Yeah, who's the Bournemouth manager, for example? What's his name? Araiola's coming in. I would say no way in hell. Because Arteta's built this team in his image. He's got all the players that he wants, his style, So unless there was a top elite guy coming in, but for me, it's even disrespectful to have this conversation now because of the position we're in.
Fair enough.
Because we're 5 points clear in the Premier League after 12 or 13 games. We're top of the Champions League. We're in an amazing position. We scored the most goal. We're doing fabulous stuff, man. So, but let's read this one out from Walker. If Arteta is underachieving, then so are all of the managers in the top 6. Well, of course. I don't think no one, would disagree though that Slot is definitely underachieving this season. So is Pep Guardiola by his standards. But for me, no manager that's top of the table, it's impossible for them to be underachieving. AFC always says Havertz did his hamstring due to high press drills in Dubai. You don't need that intensity.
Thank you. Big up.
Big up AFC always. I thought you two would like each other, to be honest. I said it earlier when you're coming on. Gooner's view, big up. I find it hard to believe with all the sports scientists and data available that our training is the reason for injuries. Every team has injuries with just being unlucky. No. And look, that is true though. There
2 years, data. Bro. It's 2 years. Like massive injuries. I'm not talking little injuries. We're talking Kai Havertz, Gabriel last season. We were gonna win it. Gabriel out. That's why we lost the Champions League. According to that's my personal take. I think if he was in PSG, we would have beaten them. But
do you think if he played against Chelsea, we win?
Yeah, 100%. On that point, let me just pause here and explain why. If you look at that,
I said it as well. So let's see.
If you look at the amount of goals we concede when Gabriel, forget score, amount of goals we concede when Gabriel's not playing, you can check the stats. We concede so many more goals because he's a beast in the air. Not only does he control, when it comes to corners, he controls, tells everyone, you're there.
Yes,
bang, header out. So even when you look at that PSG game, bro, that one still freaking hurts, bro. Like,
I was out in Paris, bro. That was horrible.
It hurts, bro. Like, I was at the AFTV. We did a watch along in Wembley. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of us. Amazing. Like, just for the experience, it was amazing. Yeah, I absolutely lost my rag, bro. Like in that one because it was there, especially that second leg when Saka should have scored. But anyway, that's a separate conversation. Sorry, I'll let you carry on with the comments.
Yeah, no, that was the last comment anyway, so carry on, man. I think we're going to...
In terms of Gabriel, let's stick on Gabriel, bro. I want to ask you a question, if that's all right. I think Gabriel has probably been the PFA player of the season. There's a couple others that I think that who out of top three, I want to know, people in the comments, what are the top 3 players in the Premiership this season? What's your take?
I think it has to be Haaland, obviously. The amount of goals he's got is unbelievable. I'm going to say Declan Rice. I think he's been head and shoulders above anyone in the midfield. And then, look, until he got injured, Gabriel, for me, he was on for that PFA, man. He was He was nothing short of sensational. And
Yeah,
listen,
sensational.
look, we've done really well without him, but Saliba stepped up and was sort of like, I'm the boss now. With Mosquera and Hencapié, played with both of them. When I saw that lineup yesterday, I was walking to the Stamford Bridge, got the news, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was so confident, and then I went from being confident to being like, we could actually lose this game. Imagine one of them has a bozo moment, you know. Especially look, they've been saying that this Arsenal team are winning games in the tunnel because you're looking over and seeing Gabriel, big, strong, it's seasoned player. Everyone knows that you can't mess with Gabriel. You look at Saliba, the same thing, and this time we've got two younger players. All right, I know he's won a league title in Bundesliga, but he's new to the Premier League. And in Capier, Mosquera's only 21. He is a big lad, but he's only 21. Them two playing together, that's why if you told me before the game started that you got a draw, I would have went decent draw, you know, missing our striker, our best attacker in Trossard, and our two centre-backs to go to Stamford Bridge after putting so much energy into the Spurs game and into the Bayern Munich game. And I tell you what, Chelsea had an extra day's rest. I know they had 10 minutes for an hour, but they played.
But you were giving it on Wednesday, Dan. I'm not going to let you get away with that. On Wednesday, you were giving it, we're going to smash Chelsea. I told you, and I told the other Dan.
But listen, I thought Saliba was going to be playing.
I think even with Saliba, we'll talk. Should we move on? Should we talk about Chelsea, bro?
Big up Football Express here, says big up Dan. Thank you, bro. Anyone who's new, please subscribe to the channel. Help us get to that 2K and make sure you're smashing the like buttons. What's going on, guys? We've only got like 12, 13 likes, bro. Smash them likes for us, please, bro.
And send it to your friends as well. If you got friends or groups now, send it because we're going to be talking about some big things in a minute as well, bro. And I think me and you are probably going to clash in a second.
Yeah. I think so. Gabriel is so important. He plays versus Chelsea. The goal doesn't go in, and Rice can be more attacking. Yeah, 100%. I looked at Rice. Big up Walker. Me and you, I think we see things the same. And I was watching Rice, and usually Subamendi coming and getting the ball. Rice was told, "Listen, you need to protect them two more than Gabriel and Saliba." So I 100% agree. AFC always says Gabriel was the real leader in the team. 100%. For me, he should be captain. A lot of people say Rice. For me, it should be Gabriel. But either one, I'd have. Timber needs a massive shout out. Listen, Timber's always brilliant. Always big up Nelly Gunner. Subscribe, like if you haven't done it, please, my bro. Did you see Declan Rice's face at full time? He knew that was massive 2 points dropped. Yeah, look, Rice is, he's a winner. He's captained, although it was only a Conference Cup, he's captained West Ham to a Conference Cup. The guy's a winner. And listen, no one's happy that we dropped 2 points. But show me a team that didn't drop points in the Premier League. There's no team that's ever won every single game. These things are going to happen.
But let's talk about the game then, Dan. Let's talk about it. Why do you think we didn't
read this? Let me read this one out first, and then we'll go to the game. A big up Enzo Guna always comes in and shows love. Thank you so much, my bro. Hi guys, I feel like points drop right now, but I think at the end of the season we'll see it as a point gain. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at with Enzo Guna. I see it today. It feels like 2 points drop because they had 10 men. And you want to win every game of football. We're Arsenal and we're trying to win the Premier League. But I do think at the end of the season, because I think we'll win it by like 5-6 points, something like that. I think it will stay like this. I don't think we come off top. I think we stay top throughout the whole season. Might go down 5-3, 2-4, 1, 6, 7, 8. I don't see us coming off top spot unless a team has a game in hand, something like that, where they play 2 games more than us, something like that. I don't see it. But yeah, let's go on to the game. So with the game, like I said, I looked. That's the most tired I've seen Arsenal. And when you play 3 big games, I looked at these 3 big games at the start of the season and said, this is going to tell me where my team is. Because you're playing your North London, the pressure on that Tottenham game. I don't have to tell any Arsenal fan or any Arsenal player. It's massive. I don't care how Tottenham will coming into that game with the best away record in the Premier League. It's Arsenal, Tottenham. Just put 4 past them. Eze hat-trick. Then to play Bayern Munich, a team that's not lost all season, and swipe them aside like they weren't even there and win 3-1. And then go to Chelsea, okay, they went down to 10 men. But we went a 1-0 down. You can always score from a set piece with 10 men. That's what they done. They didn't score an open play. They scored from a set piece. And then we still got back in the game without our best attacker in Trossard, without our main 2 centre-backs, without our main striker. Well, he did come on, but towards the end, and we don't even know how fit he is. For me, it's not the end of the world. It really is not the end of the world.
Yeah. I think Chelsea are a phenomenal team, by the way. Like, I hate to say it, yeah, and people might disagree with me, yeah. But I've watched Chelsea over the last 4 or 5 games. I've watched them very, very closely, and they have got a brilliant balance at the moment. You know how we had that balance in 2023, 24, 22, 23 when we surprised people with Xhaka, when Xhaka was there, everything just clicked. I think Chelsea have got that. If you look at Chelsea, have got 3 players who I think could make it the team of the year. Yeah, I would put Cucurella in there, although he had a poor game against Saka, but he's been phenomenal this season. And from the back end, Casado has been brilliant this season. Reece James has been fantastic this season. I think he was player of the match for me in that game yesterday. And then Fernandes. That's 4 players that have been they're on their top form. Whether Reece James stays fit, and I think that's going to be key for them for fun and Reece James, whether they'll stay fit or not. That's the big thing. I actually think Chelsea are title contenders, bro. And the people,
listen. At this moment in time, they are, but I don't think they'll.
Do you think they're going to fall off?
100%.
I'm not sure.
Doubt in my mind. Let's not forget. This time last season, they were top of the table, and everyone was, and they asked him in the title race. He said no. They fell off a cliff.
They fell off a cliff. Yeah.
Listen, I think when Chelsea, that team, young, I don't know, inconsistent. I could see Chelsea losing to Leeds this coming Wednesday.
I can't.
I could.
I can't. They remind me of our team in 2022, 23.
I've said that a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
we fell off, didn't we?
I think. Listen, they got that wonder kid. Though he didn't do the brilliant.
He was terrible against Arsenal. All the Chelsea fans that go on about this kid. I watched him live. He was useless.
Boy, he's wicked.
Every time he got the ball, wicked. I know he's a class player, but against Arsenal, he was useless.
He's better than Hendrick.
Let me tell you now, he's a little bit overrated. Though he's got 1 goal in the league. Yes, people go too excited straight away.
I think
this will lead me into the next thing we're going to talk about, and it's Bukayo Saka. Let me just read some of these out first.
Go on.
Chelsea haven't got the squad of consistency. I totally agree. Chelsea aren't there now. They don't have the consistency. I'm looking at City versus Chelsea. Yeah, let's not forget, City and Chelsea have yet to play each other. They got to play each other twice. We've only got to play. We've got all our tough games.
I'm worried about Chelsea, bro. I'm telling you, like, click this now. For the end of the season, I'm worried about Chelsea. I think a couple of signings in January.
Why isn't Arteta giving Ranieri minutes? Also, what's the point in signing Norgard? Listen, I think Norgard is just there for the numbers. You need players just for the numbers to come in if we have a crisis. I wouldn't want to see Norgard playing. That's for sure. I don't know about you,
I like
Hugo.
Bro, I'm a fan of Norgard. I think he's a solid player, bro. But yesterday, I'm not sure. I was slightly worried that we're going to get a player sent off. Maybe Norgard could have come on yesterday, but he chose another option. But yeah, I think Norgard's okay. He's a squad player though for this season, and I think he's a very apt squad player at that.
Big up, Gooners from the View. Both of us. So he's asking me, do we think we're going to finish above Chelsea? Well, I think we're going to win the Premier League. So yes, 100%. Hugo, what do you think, my man?
I think so, but I think Chelsea are going to push us, bro. I think Chelsea are going to probably buy a couple of players in January, and the only thing about Chelsea.
So you think Arsenal's going to win the league?
I think, yeah, in my heart, I really want to believe it. I think they will win the league. But until Arsenal,
if we win the league, would it be an underachievement because we didn't win the Champions League?
If we win the league, all credit to Arteta. But the problem is, well, we've been here every year for the last 3 years. Like, we're always around Christmas time. Then the injuries kick in. February comes in. Like, let's be honest, December's a tough month. We got Aston Villa. I think is it twice? We're playing them twice in.
Yes, we are.
And Aston Villa,
and they're on good form now.
No, they're on good form, bro. Really good form, aren't they?
Brilliant form. Yeah, they are.
And this is what I'm saying. It's the worst time to play them. Emery be up for it. I remember when we were beating them 2-0 at home, and that Watkins goal, that 2-2 draw.
Last year, bro. That was the one time I walked out of the stadium and I was questioning Arteta.
Without that, and had we won that game, we would have won the league. If we'd won that game, we would have won the league. So Aston Villa, we got some tricky. Even Brentford.
This is a real. Just look at this comment here, Nelly Gunner. I didn't think about this. let's see how Chelsea fare without Caicedo for the next 3 games.
3 games, yeah.
Look, they done what
That's a
they done.
very good point.
Yeah, they done well with him
Very,
for without an hour, but
yeah.
I think he's a little bit overrated. I'm not gonna
Who
lie.
Casado? No,
I
bro.
think he's been brilliant this season, but
Mm.
when I see people compare him to Rice, I'm like, bruv, no way. He's a destroyer and he gets about the pitch and puts one on you and all of that.
I
But
don't think so.
for me, there's so much more
I think Rice is a
to Rice.
£200 million player. I think
Mm.
Casado's a £100 million player. I think he's phenomenal, bro. But I think
Okay, that's fair.
Do you know what I mean? I think he's, and it's a really good point, man, Nelly. I'm not sure how they'll cope. Well, Casado. Remember, they have got Cole Palmer coming back. Obviously,
Yeah.
different position and everything.
The thing is with Cole Palmer, Hugo, right? Is they seem to be playing better as a team without him.
I said this as well.
Mm.
And that's the thing. How do you integrate someone? Because when Cole Palmer plays, it's all about Cole Palmer.
Exactly.
They have to pass to Cole Palmer. And then when Cole Palmer has an off game, the whole team can be the balance at the moment at Chelsea is phenomenal. It's whether Maresca can keep that balance. And let's say they buy let's say Vinicius Jr. becomes available and they buy him. That's automatically an upgrade on Garnacho. Now, if they bought Vinicius Jr., question to you, do you think that they will be real challengers or not?
Well, you buy a player like that,
That's what I'm saying. This is not straightforward, bro.
They buy a player like that. Listen. I'm not disregarding them as. Listen, I think they're in it right now. The 6 points behind us. They're in this title race right now. There's no doubts about it. But I just don't think they'll be there come game week 33, 34. I think they could be there till 31, 32, 33. So I'm not saying they're going to fall off anytime soon. I think when it comes to that nitty crunch time, I don't think Chelsea will have enough. I don't think their squad is deep enough. I don't think they're experienced enough. Look, you name me a team apart from Leicester that just came out of nowhere and won the Premier League. Where did they finish last year? Fourth? Were they fourth last year?
Yeah. I mean, but I think that since then, here's what they've got. They've got the World Cup Club Championship, yeah? Whether we like it or not, he's got a big trophy. Did they win the Carabao Cup or did they?
They won the conference.
The conference, yeah, they won the conference. There you go.
I mean, come on.
And Maresca was won already. He won it for Leicester. He got them promoted as well. The guy is a winner. Like last year, those comments, I agree with you. He kind of took it, and I think also, is it Jadon Sancho?
Listen, I rate Maresca. I think he's a top manager.
I think he's a top manager as well. Couple more. Ted Bodie invests in January, bro. I'm telling people it's not as straightforward. Like, this is why I agree with Negative Dan. I don't think it's as straightforward as it is. We still haven't, for all our sins, won a major trophy for a number of years. Now, I'm hoping that will change.
You know what's so funny though, Hugo, is that one week, right? Like we'll win, they'll drop points in it, and then everyone's sort of like kind of on the same thing. And as soon as we drop points, it goes back to everyone gets a bit scared. And look, even me, of course, man. Like, I'm not as whenever you drop points, no matter what, especially with City winning, getting that 90th minute goal, conceding 2 to Leeds, by the way, which I think is shocking stuff at home from them. But of course, it does make you think, I don't know about this, but look, it's honestly 1 point. I'd be happy if we were 1 point at the top at this time.
Oh, no way, Dan.
I would. Listen, if you're top of the Premier League, you have to be happy, man. If we were 1 point in front, 1 point in front, I'd be happy.
12 points here. 12 points here. I'm not happy at 5 points, bro.
No, honestly, I'll always be happy whilst my team is on top of the Premier League, man. You cannot listen. Even if we're 3 points behind, you've still got a massive chance. So to be in front, it's true though, bro.
Not worried, bro.
Are you not telling me Chelsea fans right now be thinking we got a chance here winning the league? Man City won't have given up because they're behind. We're in front. Why are you giving up? You know what I mean?
Let me give you a scenario then, yeah. All right. This is no one's gonna cover your ears if you're an Arsenal fan, yeah. Let's say Gabriel gets injured again. Saka gets injured. Rice gets injured. Declan Rice.
Zuba never gets injured, by the way. Never gets injured.
Touch wood. Don't jinx it, yeah? But let's say Rice gets injured because Gabriel was a big player last year. He got injured. Let's say Rice gets injured. Let's say Chelsea buy Vinicius Jr. I'm saying this is would if whatever, you know what I mean? It could. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation. Chelsea could buy Vinicius Jr. Let's say they buy one of a top centre back. the pressure comes in. March, we lose a couple games. The draws start kicking in. The nerves start tingling again. I don't think we can be too confident, bro. They've done it. We haven't. And the sad reality,
they haven't done it. They haven't done it. They've not won a Premier League, man.
They've won a conference. You know what? They've won a trophy, bro. They've won
they won a conference cup. Listen, I don't care. That conference cup means nothing to me, bro. It's the
what about the Club World Cup?
That will do great confidence for them.
That's a big achievement, and people underrate it, but they played very, very, very well.
They did play very well in that, and listen, it gives them confidence, and that's why I keep saying it. And they're in the Carabao Cup. We could place them in the semi or the final. And listen, Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea are left in that, right? And obviously Crystal Palace, and I forget the other two teams, right? But if Arsenal can win that in February or March, whenever it is, I think that will do wonders. Because if you win that trophy, get your hands on a trophy. All of these players have never won a trophy at Arsenal. You know what I mean? To win it, and Arteta as well, then that trophy thing's off everyone's back. It will give them so much confidence. With 10 games to go in the Premier League, we'll probably be hopefully we're in a quarterfinal or whatever it is in the Champions League. So I think that Carabao Cup, I've said in many streams, I think it's more important than the FA Cup this year. Because the FA Cup's played in May at the end of the season. I would sacrifice that FA Cup. We're already in the quarters. I'd rest players in that. And I'd go for that Carabao Cup, man.
I think that Carabao Cup, and it's not easy to win, bro. Like people think it's easy. It's not easy to win. Like
it. You got Chelsea, you got Man City, you got Arsenal. I'm not sure who Chelsea are playing. I know disrespecting them teams, but I just know Chelsea, Man City, and obviously we're playing Brentford in it. We're playing Palace in it. Sorry,
Palace is winnable. Palace is very winnable.
Yeah, it's at the Emirates as well, so I expect us to win it a couple of days before Christmas. Should be a good game to go to. We beat them last year in it as well, 5-2, I think.
Yeah,
or something like
that. Jesus
hat-trick, and then played them in the league, and he got 2 in it.
And then he got injured. Oh,
then exactly.
And this is what I do. This is an honest question: are we jinxed, bro? Like you think when Jesus
and someone put some voodoo on us, I know.
Bro, no, serious question, serious question to the people in the comments, bro. You look at Gabriel, best defender, gets injured. Jesus hit form, gets injured. Like this, I can't even that Saliba injury and Tomiyasu in one game, bro. I'm sure we would have won the Europa that league, bro. I just think, oh, bro, how unlucky can you get, man? So you do need a bit of the rub of the green.
Let's read some of these out. Chelsea still ain't got that discipline. That's another red card. Yeah, and you know what? We had that problem, didn't we?
That's a very good comment.
Yeah. They remind me of us the season we were getting all the red cards. Yeah, I have to say I agree. Sanchez obviously
they overwent for it yesterday, innit? They were just, you could just see they had that mad dog look.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, go get him, mad dog. It was one of those ones.
Nelly Gunner agrees with you. I want a buffer. Look, we all want the buffer, but I'm just saying, you know, at the start of the season, if you'd have said to me, look, you'll be top of the league by a point in November, I'd be like, yeah, wicked. You know, some people were saying we weren't even going to be in a title race. So everyone thought Liverpool were going to run away with the league. Let's be real.
I didn't think they were going to run away with the league. I knew there was going to be issues, but I didn't think the fall off would be Liverpool would be this bad.
Before we go to this question, are they still in the title race, Liverpool?
I think they're in the Champions League race, not in the title race. And the reason I think in the Champions League, I'll message you this as well, because I think if they get Klopp, that squad is as good as ours, bro. Like if you think
but I think even with Slot, they've got a chance because they're Liverpool at the end of the day.
No chance with Slot. No chance with Slot.
Listen, you say that, but he's won the Premier League. Klopp didn't win it.
Nah, bro. What did he do? Bro, he didn't make any changes. He basically won it with Klopp's team, used the same tactics.
Well, why didn't Klopp win it the year before?
Last year was the year it was there to be won. Like it was, I'm telling you that. Even if you look at
Mo Salah, do it, man. You still got to do it. I think Slot. Listen, he deserves huge credit. I think.
I don't think so. I think Slot is overrated, bro. Personally, I thought, amazing. But when you look at it, bro, let's be honest, Dan. Last January was criminal on Arsenal's part. Yeah, we had a real opportunity to win a trophy. We're all waiting. I was with what's his name? I was with Robbie, me. We were having this interview. Who are we gonna buy? We ended up buying no one in January, but they gave up, bro. They literally gave Liverpool the title. And then Gabriel got injured and the season was over. But last year was a real opportunity. I don't rate Slot that highly, bro. I think
No, I totally disagree. We'll bring down this in a second as well, and then we'll answer AFC always question as well. I think, look, Slot, at the end of the day, Liverpool were not expected to win the Premier League. The favourites were Arsenal and Man City. I don't care how bad City seasons was or how many injuries Arsenal had. You still got to go out. He did change things because Liverpool were becoming very gun ho under Klopp, and Klopp had kind of listen. Let's be real. Klopp was underachieving in the last few years with Liverpool, and he won one Premier League in 9 years. Just remember that. So if Arteta goes and wins a Premier League this year, he'll have won in 6 years or
But how
7
many
years. Do you know what I
finals
mean?
did he
So
go? The Champions League
listen,
final, bro. He got
yeah,
him in the Champions League
and he won a
finals.
Champions League. And listen, I'm not saying he didn't do well. I'm just saying Slot doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Nah,
And
Slot's overrated. Ten Hag Mark II, bro.
no, he's
Ten
definitely
Hag
not Ten
Mark
Hag. No
II.
way. I
Slot
think
is
he's,
not that good, bro.
I think he's cool, calm, and I think Liverpool will
He
come
played with
back into
Klopp's
this.
team.
I think
No, bro.
Liverpool. No. I'm not, I have to disagree, man.
I would disrespect. The machine is broken, bro.
Can you hear me?
Jammed.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on, Dan. What you saying? We're talking about whether Liverpool are back in the title race or if they ever left it.
What are they? 9 points behind now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've still got a chance if Isaac starts firing, Salah comes back into a bit of form, and they get a good little run together. Then maybe, but I just we can't take too much from that victory that they got on the weekend. I want to see 2-3 games of it before I start making judgments about Liverpool, man. What I'm saying. But yeah, I think Slot's his days are numbered, if I'm being honest with you, man.
Yeah, I have to disagree. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. I'm going to read this question out from AFC Always. He's got a question for all of us. Would you swap Saka for Elise plus cash? I don't think we'd get that offer, to be honest, but would you swap Saka for Elise plus cash? If I'm honest, I think this is the best version we will get from Saka, especially after the grade 3 hamstring. You never know if he's going to come back the same player. Dan, you said the same thing to me. You wasn't sure. I said, listen, he'll be fine. You said he's got the Nigerian blood. Maybe I'm right. What do we think about that? First, we'll answer the question briefly, just yes or no, because it's never going to happen anyway. But I wouldn't swap him for Elise personally. Would you guys?
I don't think I would, but it's debatable, man. It's debatable with Elise, man. Is Elise got a higher ceiling than Saka? How old is Elise?
I think he's a bit older, to be honest.
Similar age. They're similar.
Similar age.
Yeah.
I wouldn't swap Saka, but I think over this season and next season, he needs to be hitting higher levels. If he's not doing
Elise is younger. Elise is 23. So he's
How's
actually
Saka?
a year younger. Saka's 24, isn't it?
It's not that far.
Let's see how Saka does this season, and if he pops down with another injury and is out for 2 months, then there's question marks if you're asking me.
Shall I tell you why I wouldn't? You know, when I see Saka, there's certain players, Skelly, Saka, they've got that Arsenal DNA. Mm-hmm. When you got that Arsenal DNA, you up your game and you put everyone. Like North London derby, you see how gassed Saka was. He looks forward to it. That hypes up the whole team. It hypes up the crowd. It brings another energy. I think also with Saka, he's not remember, he was England's best player for 2 seasons running, yeah?
Sorry, one second. Dan, have you got music on or something?
No, I got no music on, bro. Just in the next room.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's very loud, you know.
Yeah, can you still hear it now?
Yeah, those darn neighbours.
It's gone down a bit, yeah. You can't hear it though, yeah. You can't hear it though, Dan.
God.
Is there anything you can do about that, or?
1 sec.
Go in the car, bro.
Mute this.
Yes, it's gone now. But can we hear you speaking now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah, but I can't hear Dan now. I don't know if you're speaking.
Turn it down, innit?
Oh yeah.
Tell my man, innit?
Huh?
Yeah.
Remember I told you I'm doing that, innit? With my man.
Oh yeah. All good, yeah. What was we saying? So with Saka,
I was saying Arsenal DNA. Saka's got the
No,
Arsenal
listen. I always think Saka all day long, but listen, I think they're both great players, man. Saka's my guy, and he's an Arsenal boy, like you said. But
and he's got IQ.
With Saka though, he's not got to nowhere near the levels that we know he can get to.
Yeah, agreed.
Nowhere near. For me, if we're listen, we could potentially win the league without him even getting to that level because we're so good defensively. But I think if we're really going to win this league and we want to win multiple trophies and have this season that we could have, we need Saka to step up. He needs to step up. I disagree with everyone saying he was terrible against Chelsea because the assist was phenomenal. It was a great cross right onto Marino's head. He's always trying his best. But
apart from this assist, he wasn't good enough, man.
He's nowhere near at the level of Bukayo Saka.
I've got a question about Saka, though. I want to ask you guys. And there's pros and cons, yeah? The mentality. He's in a team where we haven't won it for 5 seasons, yeah? In some of the big games, I remember when we went for top 4. Remember when we played Newcastle and he goes missing sometimes in those big games. Against PSG last season, the second leg, tapping, puts it wide. For England, puts it like the penalty. All right, fine, he scored. People love his mentality, but sometimes it's not there. And sometimes he rushes. Now, he's a phenomenal player, incredible IQ. And that's why I would always take him over Elise after seeing Elise's interview. I don't know if you guys have seen that interview, but that's another thing, yeah? But it's, when you're in a losing team year in, year out, that mentality, is it Arteta? Is it the players? Like for me, Ben White has got that mentality. He's got a weak mentality mentally. And I think that's one of the reasons. Timber, strong mentality. Do you know what I mean? You see Zubamendi, strong mentality. Declan Rice, strong mentality. These are new players. That's why we're going for it. But there are a few players, Odegaard, weak mentality. And I think Saka, I'm unsure about. And I want to know what you guys think about his mentality.
I think he's got the mentality, to be fair. I think he knows what it means. I think he's strong. Yeah, I think he has, man. When you mentioned Odegaard, I would say that, yeah, maybe he hasn't got the mentality. But yeah, for Saka, I think he has got the mentality. He's born and bred Arsenal, come up through the system. So I think he knows what it means to put that shirt on and play for the badge, man. So I'm going to say he's got the mentality.
Dan, I'll ask you this, Dan. Do Odegaard and Saka need each other?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Because when Odegaard was out of the team at a period and Saka was still cooking. Now, when Saka was out of the team and Odegaard was on the team, he wasn't cooking. So
Saka's not been good this year, has he?
Yeah, I know he ain't. He's been decent.
Yeah,
but with Odegaard, he's been poor, if you ask me, for the past 18 months.
Yeah.
And I had people screaming out saying that when he came on against Chelsea, Odegaard was good. He gave away the ball about 6 times.
Agreed.
No,
I think Odegaard had. I was at the game. I thought he did. We definitely stepped up a level when he came on for 100%. No one could tell me otherwise. And there were some great passes. He passes the ball out to Saka that gets the assist as well. He was making things happen. But when it got to the 90th minute, he done that same stupid pass that if he does it once more, I'm going to punch him in his head. Honestly, that same ball. And I was standing right behind the goal, bro. They would have been running. When they scored, they were like, it was facing me. And it's that same little chip like that clipped in to no one. Yeah. No one's going to get onto that, mate. Arteta needs to say to him, listen, mate, stop doing it because it don't fucking work.
It doesn't
work like when Eze done it for Declan Rice against Tottenham. That's what I want to see. You understand? Yeah. That was a proper loop pass. But yeah, jury's out on Odegaard, man. Jury's out on
Who would you play? Eze or Odegaard? Who's in for you?
Look, we've got a big game. We've got a big game Wednesday night. Would you look? I don't know how we want to say this, but would you drop Saka or would you rest him? Like what would you go with Madueke?
I'll be starting Saka. I'll be putting Eze on the left wing and then putting Odegaard in the centre. That's what I'll do because I can't see Martinelli, your guy that you was piping and gassing up at the start of the season on that left wing again. The man is useless.
I was never gassing him up. I just said I thought he was like
prime R9.
No,
forget that.
He's not prime R9.
Come on, man.
He turns into prime R9 against Liverpool.
I was bantering against Liverpool. He plays very well against Liverpool, and the numbers show that.
No, but here's the thing about Martinelli.
Not serious.
He gets back. He gets back. Certain games, like let's say Liverpool, Man City in the Champions League, he can defend. Like let's say Skelly's playing. I'm confident if Martinelli's there because he covers him. Yeah. So let's just say even Calafiori and Martinelli, they've got a good relationship together, although we didn't see it yesterday. Generally, they've on that left wing, they've got a good relationship. Trossard's keeping him out, no doubt, yeah? I don't think Martinelli's that bad, bro. There's certain games he's gone missing, but...
Dog shit. He's got him coming on as a sub. That's it.
Yeah, but Eze is releasing him. Eze's found that golden nugget, those balls that he just runs onto. And yesterday, Dan, you were at the game, yeah? there was a number of runs that Martinelli made. I counted 4. No one passed to him. 4 good runs, and no one passed him. Did you see it in the crowd? Like, could you see it?
I did see that. I don't remember 4, but I do remember like a few times.
Them. Yeah,
a few times. Yeah.
Even that
a few beers.
Bayern Munich, bro. Yeah. Did he mean that touch? Yeah, he has got lucky. That was a lucky touch.
Which one?
Against Bayern Munich, where it's come over the top and it's just kneed it. Yeah, he didn't mean to knee it and it goes that way. That was a lucky touch, bro.
Oh, man, I've seen Martinelli. No, Martinelli, because he's got the pace and he knows when Martinelli gets in them positions, he's generally very good.
Yeah, he is.
He got lucky, bro.
No, you can't take that.
Erratic. You know what I've got for the new word I've got for me? He's an erratic footballer. That's what Martinelli.
That's why we call him Negative Dan, Hugo. Yeah.
No, listen.
I don't
agree with it.
Tell me he meant that knee. Tell me he meant it. Or he's just seen the ball come and said, "Let me just get my knee on this," and he's got lucky. If there was another player next to him,
it's not lucky, man. You can't.
Even the other goal he scored against Chelsea.
That's just like someone. That's just like saying, "Listen, when someone crosses it in and you volley it, you're just hoping it goes in."
Do you remember the Chelsea game where he ran through the whole team? Do you remember what happened there? The man slipped over. Yeah.
But listen, remember that Man United game where we should have won, and it got disallowed because Eriksen apparently fell down. That was a good goal. Things like that, he does that. Remember Real Madrid last season when he went through. Remember Man City this season when he ran onto it. Remember Bayern Munich last week.
Martinelli has been great this season. This
season has been good. Like I was a critic of Martinelli, but he's been good this season. You have to give him it. He's a good squad player.
He's shit, mate. He's shit. He needs to be coming off the bench.
Don't you think he's a good squad player?
Yeah, to come off the bench and score goals down the centre. In terms of a winger, he is the lowest level that we can think about.
No, but when teams are tired, Dan, and you've got someone like Martinelli, I remember at Crystal Palace, he scored 2 goals last season. Yeah, he was phenomenal because they were knackered. You put him on, he can get you a goal, he can change the game. Like, I'm not saying
I agree with that. Impact sub, not starting.
Starting, but certain games I would start him. Let's say it's a tough game like PSG or something like that.
No,
Hakimi on because he defends. He defends really. He's a great defender. Him and Saka are both really good defenders.
So what player are you saying that Trossard's a big drop off and Madueke would be?
I think Trossard's defending is no. I'd play Trossard all day long. Trossard's defending's got better this season, but last season he wasn't getting back as much. Do you know what I mean? This season, Trossard's back. I'll tell you the one I am worried about that I want to talk to you guys about is Gyökeres, bro. I think he's had enough time, man. I think he's our 4th choice striker.
Don't talk about Gyökeres to Dan, mate. Don't talk. Let me close this door, man.
Yeah, please, bro.
Dan, positive, Dan, let me ask you. In terms of Gyökeres, for me, Havertz number 1, Jesus number 2, Marino number 3, and Gyökeres number 4. What you say on that up front at the moment?
You can't say that to Dan.
I'd say that you're crazy. I'd say that you're crazy, but it's not as bad as your first statement when you first joined the show. But I would say that it's I'd say that's crazy. Because
this is what Theo Walcott said on yesterday on Sky Sports. He said he's under Marino.
Listen, right? Look, Marino, right? Listen, he's been good, right? But the last 4 games we've had since Gyökeres come out of the team, we've won 2 and drew 2.
And we've looked better.
You can say we've looked better.
Am I lying? Have we looked better going forward? Yes or no? Am I lying?
Yeah.
Go on, Dan, because you've got this big defence for Gyökeres.
I don't think we've been better as a team. No, I don't. With the points, we've dropped points in 2 games. We were winning every game with
goals, Dan. Nothing to do with the goals, Dan.
There you go.
It is to do with the goals.
What? We've conceded. That's not to do with the goals, is it?
He scored 1 goal in them games.
He scored 1 goal and he's got 2 assists.
He's done well. But for me, I listen, straight up, for me, we're a better team with Gyökeres, isn't it?
Do you think so?
That's not what it looks like, mate. That's not what it's been looking like.
It is, because at the end of the day, we were winning games with Gyökeres. We weren't dropping points when he was playing. We were winning every single game. 10 wins in a row.
We lost to Liverpool, bro. We lost to Liverpool.
Yeah. And the last... Yeah, but we had 10 games in a row won when we had Gyökeres.
I'm not convinced of Gyökeres.
Who was scoring the goals? Was it Gyökeres?
He's our top goal scorer.
There you go.
He's our top goal scorer.
Look. look, let's be honest.
Havertz, I'll have the argument, but there's no way in hell that Marino I would be starting him over.
Choose Marino.
I'd still start Gyökeres over Marino, but if we're being honest, we've looked better without him. That's it.
Let's be honest.
You just said you'd start him over him, so Gyökeres would still be your number one striker.
Yeah, but I'm saying we've looked better without him. I'm just talking.
We
facts.
have.
We've looked
and
better
we're scoring
without
more
him.
goals
We've
from
looked more
open play
fluid.
without him.
We've scored how much goals have we scored from open play since he's been out of the team?
There you go.
Look, I would say we've looked better in 2 games, innit? And then 2 games we've looked worse with him. Sunderland and Chelsea, we look worse.
Well, he came on against Chelsea. What did he do, mate?
No, he started against Chelsea.
He was poor, bro. I know he's
scored a whole game, and he scored. He scored the important goal.
Bro, it looked like we were 10 men. It was 10 versus 10 when he came on.
No, yeah, I know, but Gyökeres come on, innit? Last 15, 20. Yeah, and he didn't do much, to be fair, either.
It was 10 versus 10
we don't have an elite striker right now.
No, be real. Like, he made us worse, bro. Like, we were playing better when he wasn't playing.
No, look, I don't know about that, but he wasn't.
Like, hard question.
Good.
Did you expect more? I thought it was the new
100%. Of course, I expected more. 1,000,000%. Dan, honestly, bro, that music in the background, man, you got to tell him to turn it off, Dan, man. Serious, bro. Yeah. It's like, bro, it's like you know what it was reminding me of? The old dial-up, bro. I swear down, bro. Do you remember that old dial-up?
We have to be a certain age to remember that. Some of the younger viewers might not remember.
Yeah, they're not gonna know. Guys, let us know in the comments, guys. Yeah, let us know your 4 strikers in what order for Arsenal.
In what order? Like, for me, your question is, bro,
Havertz,
I would even consider
Marino, Jesus.
I would give him this season, but maybe we can cash in on him, bro. Because remember, he didn't do it at Brighton, and he did it in Coventry. Yeah, Brighton sold him for a reason. He had a brilliant few seasons at in the Portuguese league. Yeah, fine. But since he started, bro, there's times I don't know whether you go to the gym, bro. He's a bit too, like, is he that much different from Adama Traore? Like, really? Because he's fast. Adama Traore does the same thing, bro. Runs in the corner, finds space, but can't, like.
What are you talking about here?
Is it Adama? Who's that built guy that used to play for
Adama, he's nowhere near as fast as him, I can tell you that now. But,
this is what I'm saying. Why didn't we just get him, bro? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not impressed by your
fit, mate. Yeah, I want to see what Jesus is about. That kind of excites me to see what Jesus is about.
It excites me too, bro.
Oh, definitely. I think even the most pessimistic Arsenal fan and all of us, like, we all get excited about Jesus. And hey, listen, he's a great player. He might not score that many goals, but he will make our team better. If he's starting week in, week out, it will make our team a better team. I've no doubt about it. But the thing is, will he stay fit? No, he won't. We all know he won't. Obviously, we've all got that little bit of hope that he could stay fit. If Jesus could stay fit, we're talking about a Premier League winner, a 3-time Premier League winner here, a man who, who's been there and done it and like, makes Arsenal better. Like, we've played our best football when he's been flowing at full flow. When he came back and got that hat-trick, I was so happy for him. I remember being at the game. I left that stadium with the biggest smile on my face, saying Jesus is back. And then he played against Crystal Palace again a week later and got 2 goals. And I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, and then what happened? Injured, out for another fucking year. Same old story, innit? So I'm not going to get my hopes up, man.
Yeah. On the whole Gyökeres thing,
we've got a lot.
What are people saying about Gyökeres?
Good next year. I'm going to think he's going to come good next season. I don't think he's going to do anything much this season. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, and there's an argument to say everyone keeps throwing this out that when Gyökeres is playing, he plays like a striker. He occupies the strikers, but when he's playing, are we becoming more predictable? Do you understand? Because he's so easy to read. You know what he's going to do. You know where he's going to be. But with Mikel Merino now. Yeah, I'm not saying I want Mikel Merino to start. Don't confuse my words. But with Mikel Merino, because he's dropping in, he's doing this, we're not predictable no more. We're harder to mark. Eze's running into the striker's position. This is what I'm seeing out there, man. So, yeah, Gyökeres is back now. So, let's see. Let's just hope he comes good because right now, I've got no confidence.
Let's read some of these comments now, yeah. Hugo, I'll only be worried if our players had the same mentality you have. Need to fight past the PTSD. Well said, Mr. Walker. AFC always. We've only taken 2 points from 9 from Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea.
Thank you.
And I said this yesterday as well. Yeah, you know what everyone keeps throwing out. But these games where we dropped points last season, we got points this season. We shouldn't have been dropping points in the first place. Yeah? Let's just stop talking about we drew against Crystal Palace, now we won and all. So let's stop talking about these meaty teams that were meant to be rolling.
Dan, I've heard you say that. I've heard you say that.
No, I haven't.
I've heard you say it. You have said it.
Our biggest games this season, Man United away, underwhelming. We got away with one at Man United. Then we played Newcastle away, massive win. Was it convincing? No, 2 set pieces. Then there was Liverpool, lost. Man City, drew, And now we've come against Chelsea away and we've dropped points against a 10-man Chelsea without their 2 biggest players, Caicedo and Palmer. Let's talk about the facts, man. Yeah? And now, Dan, I don't know if you've got the same energy, but how are you feeling now about the title? Is it just going to just be roller motion, easy stuff that you keep talking about?
Let me go through these comments first because there's quite a few of them. We are winning the league. There you go. Mr. Azir Khan, my guy.
Nazir.
Mr. Nazir. Yeah, well, inshallah, my brother. Inshallah, we'll see what happens. You understand? But listen,
I should know that because that's my brother-in-law's same name. So I should know that.
Inshallah, that happens, Nazir. Do you understand? I hope I could have the confidence that you have. I'm going game by game.
I'm with you, Dan. I'm with you.
It's like the great man Declan Rice said the other day. We are not thinking about that right now. We are taking game by game. But we've got some crazy Arsenal fans talking about it's over, we're winning it. Well, proof was in the pudding.
I've never said it's over. I've never once said it's over.
All I've said is
I have not said that. I've never said
we're going to win the league. Is it not over?
Yeah. No, listen. That's 2 totally different things.
No, it's not.
No, yes, it is, bro. Because
what world are you living in?
At the start of the season, Gary Neville, and all of them.
And they made a prediction and said, "I think
exactly.
we're going to win the league." They didn't say they're going to win the league.
You said we're going to win the last
AFTV. We're winning the league. No,
I think we're going to win the league. Simple
as
that.
That means it's over.
That doesn't mean it's over. Obviously, we know it's not over. We know anything can happen in football. But I think my team's going to win the league, bro. What's your problem?
No, but you've sat
there on the stream and said you think we're going to win the league.
To the stream, but every time
you sat there before that and told me that you think we're going to win the league.
You said right now, you keep asking me silly questions. Right now, who would you put your money on to win the league? Obviously, I'm going to say Arsenal. I've then come back with context and said, answering this question.
But that means that you think Arsenal's going to win the league, bro.
I don't know if we're going to win it.
I don't think
no one, but come on, no one knows.
You know, Dan, because
no one can see the future. No one can see the future.
Now withdraw, your energy's changed.
I've said, I've always said, I think we're going to win the league. I believe we're going to win the league. I believe. I don't know.
Next Monday, come back. I'm going to build up. I'm going to build up about 10 clips of Dan talking about we're going to win the league. No one can compete with us, man. Yes. It's not the same thing. That's it. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I believe that, bro. I believe that we're going to win the league. What do you want me to do? Yeah, but you know what the issue, Hugo? Bro, for one, it's 9:25, bro. I'm sitting in my room. I ain't just come out of the stadium and watch my team smoke someone. So I'm not going to be sitting there fucking. Do you know what I'm saying? Do I think we're going to win the league? Yes, of course I do. Of course I think we're going to win the league. But bro, I can't see the future, so I don't know for 100% we're going to win the league. Do I think we're going to win it? Yes. I said earlier in the stream, I think we're going to win it by 5 or 6 points. Simple as that. But I can't see into the future. So I can't say 100%.
Done by February, March, like you were saying. I think we'll be about 12 points clear in March. You and Anton.
No, a better question is what percentage out of 100, positive, Dan, out of 100, how confident are you out of 100?
That's a good question.
Because every week we can see how it changes then. Every week we can see. And what out of 100?
I'm 95% sure.
Might as well say 100, mate.
Oh, there you go. Boys, come. We've got to go through some of these. We've got to go through some of these comments, man, because I feel like people are commenting, showing love and that. And I like to always read everyone's comments out, man.
He said we've had a tough week and we're getting sticks. 1-3 into the season and we're 5 points clear. This is a good thing, Sahar. No one's saying that's not good, bro. Do you understand?
I said it's not good. Yeah? I said it's not good. I said I think we should be 12 points clear or 11 points clear.
Well, here we go. Look, Hugo, I remember when you said to Egal on Dan Potts' channel that if we signed Isaac last January, Egal's response was we might win the quadruple. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Sunderland get something at Anfield. Remember I told you that? Well, oh, that's this week. That's in a couple of days. Elise has had a grade 3 hamstring injury. Oh wow, so he's had one as well. Mute him when he's talking. I don't know which one he's on about.
He's
maybe
talking about me. Neil Gunner. I like to live in reality. That's why they call me realist Gooner.
No, it might be because of the background noise that you had. I'm not sure.
Yeah, whatever
Saka is underappreciated. The guy.
Yeah,
Saka is underappreciated. The guy is top class.
Saka's Arsenal.
I wouldn't say he's underappreciated. I think every Arsenal fan idolizes him.
Is he your favorite player? Is he your favorite player?
No, Gabriel's
He's my favorite player. He's my favorite player. Arsenal. Who's your favorite player?
Gabriel. Wait, let's just read this one out. Saka back in this is what we wanted.
Probably Gabriel as well, to be fair. But Saka's up there as well, obviously.
Big up Nelly Gunner, man. Showing a lot of love today with the comments.
Neil Gunner, Dan.
Neil
Nelly Gunner.
It's a Neil, yeah, bro. My eyes are bad, bro. Sorry, bro. We're at home against Brentford. I don't want to hear defensive. We won't. Listen. I've never seen us play defensive.
Nelly, man.
Never seen us play defensive at home. Dalman should have been on the bench. It's my only issue. Big up, Chris.
Dalman can change the game.
Off the bench, he's mint. Starting now. Start FA Cup or League Cups. Yeah, I agree with that. Gyökeres has been injured. Hugo, what are you doing? Hell no. Gyökeres number 1, Havertz number 2, Marino number 3.
You know what's funny what you say about Gyökeres? He's our top scorer. That's a lot of goals, isn't it, Dan? 6 or something? Bloody hell.
Because Arsenal have gone back to a false 9, which they know better, which is, that's a good point. We need to persist with the striker. It's still new to us playing with a 9, and people so impatient, it's mad. Give Gyökeres a chance. How many clear-cut chances you remember him missing? Not many. In fact, not many at all.
I remember him missing a few, bro.
Not many.
Chelsea.
No one's not impatient of Gyökeres. I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
I think we've got to give him to the second season. He may kick into gear, but people saying he's going to come good based on what evidence? Him tearing it up in the Portuguese league. Based on the evidence that I've seen in the Premier League from Victor Gyökeres, I am 50-50. You understand?
I'm 50-50 as well. I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
There you go. I told you, Dan. He meant when the music was playing. I told you. There you go. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right, mate.
Anyway, everyone, make sure you're smashing them likes. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're a new viewer, make sure you're sending it out to all your friends.
And we need to average come in there, yeah? And I need to just tell you, Dan, this is what I said to you when you was losing yourself with bloody Anton. Talking all this mad talk. The Premier League is a long old season. You can't be talking too much with it being so early. Because what can happen is you can go away to Chelsea and Saliba can get injured. And then you're playing with 2 centre-backs who've never played before. What can happen is they can go down to 10 men and you still don't get the win. This is the Premier League and it's a long old season with all these games coming up. We're now looking at Brentford at home. That's not a gimme. They're on form. Thiago up front making things happen. We don't know if Saliba's going to be back. Yeah, we heard that Saliba had a knock before and he was out for almost a month. So we don't know if Saliba's going to be back. That's going to be not an easy game, Brentford. Then we go away to Aston Villa.
Should we just pack it all in? Pack it all in.
I'm not saying pack it all in, but just start being a bit more real with it.
Cautious optimism. Cautious optimism.
Cautious optimism.
Listen, you can be cautious as you want.
I am.
So you do it. I don't. Do you know what I mean? I let you to be as cautious as you want. You come out a game sometimes and you're buzzing the same as me, bro, and you say the same sort of stuff. You said we were going to swipe Chelsea. Easy work. Your words were any team's good.
I told him in your interview that wasn't going to happen.
So don't go on like you.
Yeah, I thought it was going to smoke Chelsea, but when I see that Saliba was out, that
was the same. But this is
a different story.
Well, obviously, things change, bro. Look, things change in football. And like, obviously, your opinion will change as the season goes on. If we end up becoming 5 points behind and we lose 4 games on a spin, I'm gonna lose my head and say, bro, we ain't fucking winning the league. Obviously, bro, this is what happens. Like, come on, man. Like, you started changing.
Yeah, but you should never be saying we're gonna win the league in November. That shouldn't be coming out of your mouth. You can say
I said it before the season even started.
You said
last
win the league, bro. You said
it last season.
The season you said quadruple, bro.
You say it every season.
No. I said it. I've said it the last few seasons, and I believed it. There's nothing.
Do you think we're going to win the quadruple still, though, Dan?
Listen, I said we could win the quadruple. Look, a quadruple is very unlikely, but it's possible. That's a fact.
But
Chelsea,
percentage. What chance?
Chelsea are still one for a quadruple, by the way, ain't they?
I doubt that anyone's going to win a quadruple this season, bro.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
I doubt it. I've said before, I think we'll win a double this season. I'm not sure what 2 trophies, but I think we'll win a double.
A lot of fans is writing off Chelsea, but right now you've got to take Chelsea serious, man.
Listen, I've said
100%.
Look,
we had this.
Chelsea could, if we beat them, they'd have been out of it. They're in the title race. Do I think they'll sustain and stay in it? No. But right now, this moment in time, of course they're in it.
Can I just reply to Neil, please? Can I say something to Neil? Do you know what the thing about
Neil? He agrees with me though, but go on.
Can I just say that the issue that we have right now, Dan, is that we haven't got, look, the games are coming thick and fast. We've got 10 games coming up, yeah? We haven't got time to, Gilchrist has had a chance, yeah? He's had a chance, and I know it's a new season, but we haven't got time for people to settle in now, bro. Like, this is the season we have to win it. If Gilchrist plays 3 or 4 games and we drop points, you know what I mean? That could be the difference between winning the title or not winning the title. If Gilchrist has a stinker in the Champions League game and we go out, like, do you know what I mean? So far, based on the evidence, Mourinho has been better. And then if you think about Jesus and Havertz, it brings another dimension into our team. And, you know, this is coming from me. Bro, I got 2.5 million hits on TikTok with my AFTV interview against Havertz, yeah? So for me to turn around and say, I'm looking forward, I can't wait for Havertz to come back, is a big thing. Do you know what I mean? I think Havertz is going to be the one. And I don't think we've hit the peak of our season. But equally, what I'm also concerned about is we haven't had a bad run either. And I think a bad run, we got sometime in the season, we start drawing, you know, we go on this little bad run. We haven't had it. Touch wood, God forbid, inshallah, we won't have that, yeah? But if we do, you know, then the question marks start coming in, bro. So it's positive and negative at the moment. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if we're going to win it. But
you're in the right place, Hugo. Exactly what you said there. You're in the right place, man. Yeah, and I've said the same thing. This is the most positive and optimistic I've felt about winning a title in a very, very long time. But like I said, man, the weekend was just reality for me. Gabriel getting injured was reality for me, hitting, and Saliba being injured. Reality. You understand? Yeah? These players are, unfortunately, they're not going to stay fit for the whole season. Gyökeres has been out how many games?
Yeah.
You start getting a Death to Rise pop down. And
show the last 2 comments, Dan. Show the other 2 comments. I like the other
I will. Well, this one here is obviously some rival fan, right? But thank you for coming on, Anthony, and dropping us a comment.
He said we are not winning nothing. He's not a rival. He's an Arsenal.
Oh, no, he said we. Okay, so with these manager or the players. All right then, mate. Maybe go and support another team then, mate.
Maybe with these players. I think
you can't say that. That's just what he believes, Dan.
Well, listen, if you don't believe in your players or your manager, then, mate, you know what I mean?
That's based on evidence. I'm not even saying that, but that's based on evidence over the last season. This is how he's got to this point. Yeah.
Well, I think that's disgraceful. But
I believe in the players and I don't believe in the manager.
Yeah, well, exactly. If you don't believe in these Arsenal players, we've seen what they've been doing. Then, for me, you need to go and give your head a wobble, mate. Simple as that. Because these players have been absolutely fantastic. You can say what you want about the manager not getting us over the line or whatever. These players have been brilliant. And these players will win trophies, whether it's with Arteta or another manager. I can guarantee you that, mate, Anthony. Yeah. Drawing to 10-man Chelsea is disgraceful, worse than Man U. Yeah. Well, worse than Man United. We're about 10 points clear of them or wherever it is. They couldn't beat Everton at home. They couldn't beat Everton. They lost to Everton with 10 men. We're playing Chelsea, who've got the advantage because they're at home. They're one of the best teams in the league. Yeah. We went 1-0 down because they got a set piece, which you can score with 10 men. Yeah, listen, DJ, big up for coming in. But listen, bro, you're talking shit.
No. I think maybe he meant the Man U performance early in the season. I don't know.
Maybe he meant that. I thought he meant it was worse than Man United. But listen, I've said it. I think that was our worst performance of the season. But I don't think Chelsea were good. I looked at the expected goals. Ours was like 1.6 and theirs was like 0.9. Chelsea didn't have no chances. I thought Esteval was useless.
More shots than us, and we had the same shots on target, 5 shots on target each.
Yeah, we had 68. I think 68% of the ball. There was no chances really. They scored from a set piece. We scored from a well-worked bit of playing across and then a great header. There was nothing really in the game. Obviously, we had 10 men, so we should have done better. It was a bad performance, I think, from Arsenal. It was probably our worst performance of the season. We just played 2 exhilarating games against Bayern Munich and Spurs. there was bound to be a little bit of a drop off. Chelsea had an extra day rest as well. So these things are going to happen. No team is every single Premier League game. You know,
I'll tell you what I rate about Chelsea.
Until May, will we? If it's a good or bad point, but go on.
I'll tell you what I rate about them. You know, when we had that corner, yeah, these mofos said, you know what, you can take the corner. We're putting 3 up front. Do you remember? They put 2. They had 2 players, so we had to change.
Right, DJ, sorry, I got to apologize to DJ, bro, because I think he's right. I thought he was saying, I thought he was a Man United fan trolling, saying that we're worse than Man United because you lost to Everton. Big up, my bro. Arteta will win us this league. Big up, DJ, bro. My fucking guy. Sorry, brother.
Right, I was just saying, you know when we had that corner in the second half, yeah, and we got people in the box. I think they put Garnacho. They put 3 players up front to say that if you don't score,
they did it on Match of the Day, but they only done that because we didn't have Gabriel or Saliba in there. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't have done that. Bro. It was very brave, yeah. It was very. They left 3 up, so we had to leave 3 there, innit? So we had less players in the box, innit? And Sanchez was just coming and collecting them. The delivery wasn't good enough yesterday from corners because you can only score from corners if the delivery is good, and it wasn't. It was an off day for us, even from set pieces. Big up, Charles. Thank you for coming in. Dan, I'd like to know, have you in the panel noticed Saka? Is he playing with the handbrake on for the second half of the season? He's not cooking Cucurella on earlier and was shocking value, sportsmanship, a lot. Interesting here. Listen, we were talking about, I don't think you was here earlier on in the show, but we were talking about Saka. And for me, we need Saka. He's our star boy. He's the poster boy. He's Mr. Arsenal. He's all of that. Well, bro, not once this season have I looked at Saka and gone, that's our best player. That's the main man. He's the guy that's going to win us a game. I remember against Sunderland, I was on the phone to Dan at halftime. I said, Saka needs to step up. And to be fair, he got the goal and helped us get back in the game. And look, even yesterday, he got the assist, but it's not enough. I need Saka to be scoring every week, or at least every other week. I need him to be getting an assist every week. You know, I need Saka to be doing so much more. He looks a bit more stiff. He doesn't look as agile as he once was. I'm not sure. He's only 24 years old. You know, I don't know what's going on, but and listen, he's still decent. He's still putting in decent performances. If it was another player, you'd be going, oh, that's good. But this is Bukayo Saka. This is supposed to be the main man at Arsenal Football Club. So for me, Bukayo Saka, man, we need you to do a lot more, man. We really need you to step it up. And look, whether he's saving it for the second half of the season, I doubt that. I don't think any player can say, you know what, I'm going to hold myself back and then I'm going to cook. Hopefully, he does play much better in the second half of the season. That's what we got to hope for. And I do think it's coming. I do think that moment's going to come and he's going to click into gear and we're going to see the best of
He's not scoring enough. He's not
scoring. You know what? Yeah, I know. Same way that I'm saying that it's early on the season to predict, it's too easy to start judging all of these players because if you're looking at the whole league, name me players that have clicked into gear and hit the highest level. It's been inconsistent from everyone bar Haaland. Let's be honest when we're talking about
I think Trossard's been, for me, Trossard's been the best left winger with him and Semenyo have both been. And I think
this is what I'm saying. But
I think Trossard's been a bit better, to be fair. I think Trossard's been excellent this season.
I think so. I agree.
100%.
Is Saka world class though? You know what? Like last year, I used to argue
for me, he's not.
He's not either. For me, based on the last 18 months, you know that PSG game where a world class player scores that second goal, even yesterday, he had chances.
He had a 20-goal season, Hugo, a few seasons back, all competitions. That's when I was like, I think this guy's world class now.
Yeah, I believe that.
Then they're saying that people like Yamal's world class, but come to the Premier League, Yamal, and see what you're about then. That's what I want to know because he came over to Chelsea and he got pocketed. Absolutely pocketed. So
yeah, but he was one of the best players at the Euros when Spain won the Euros. He won the La Liga and he was one of their best players that year. I think Yamal was definitely world class for me.
I think he's 100%, bro. He's just a pleasure to watch. Like, right, give him off, let him have that off night against Chelsea last week. Apart from that, bro, Lamar, that last year Champions League, Inter Milan, bro. Oh my god,
yeah, unreal. That was one of the best games I've ever seen of football. What a game that was!
It was different gravy.
Yeah, let's hope we're in.
I think Rice is world class. I think Rice.
Oh yeah. I think Rice, Timber, Gabriel.
He's going for the Ballon d'Or, isn't he? Rice.
Yeah,
So it's Haaland, Mbappe's in
the
lead.
I've seen
Haaland
it,
second, and then Rice is third.
Yeah.
So
right now he is. Big up everyone in the panel. Make sure you're smashing those likes. what you saying, Hugo? Just looking through our. I think that battery's died.
Yeah.
There was something else we was going to touch on. I can't remember what it was now though.
We covered most of the thing. I want to ask negative Dan something. Yeah.
Go on.
Mm.
Right. Positive Dan, you're not allowed to interrupt. Yeah.
Go on.
Those people who never
Please tell him to be
start
quiet.
the show.
Put him on mute, bro.
Great question. Because
Mm.
I think you might agree with me. Yeah. I said to Positive Dan at the start of the show, I actually want to flip it, and I think Arteta's underachieving with this squad. I look at the Man United game. Look at the Liverpool game. Should have got a better result there. If not a draw, we should have won. Yeah. I think of Man City at home, we should have been a bit more proactive and tried to go for the win. I look at that Chelsea game. I think with the squad he's got, we should be more than 5 points clear. And that puts pressure on the other team. So I actually think I think the opposite. I think with this phenomenal, you look at our bench yesterday, phenomenal. How we should be more clear. And if it was, then I'd be more confident. I'd be 95% same as Dan. If we had 10,
I think on that, with Arteta, I'm not even saying nothing about my man to the end of the season, Hugo. I'll be honest with you. In terms of underachieving, of course, yes, we could have more points. But I think overall this season, the stuff that I've been getting on to Arteta about over the last couple of seasons, he seems to have made a lot of changes with some things, i.e., the way he's put his trust in Trossard and he's not putting Martinelli out there because he just knows, everyone can see that Trossard is the better player. He's being more proactive with his substitutions now. The other night against Bayern, he took the Saka off at 70 minutes. That's something that he wouldn't have done before. He would have burnt him out to 90. So, I'm going to give Arteta a bit of credit this season. I'm seeing some changes, but I'm just waiting to the end of the season. I'm still not sure if he's going to get us over the line. And not a lot of people think he is going to get us over the line, but I've seen this movie before, unfortunately. The draw against Sunderland, the draw against Chelsea.
What percentage are you? Dan is 95% certain that I'm 50-50, bro. I won't be honest with you. I'm 51%. I'm 51% that we are gonna do it.
No, I'm 50-50. I just don't know. I just don't know, my brother. I don't know, my brother.
Give me a percentage, though. We have to give me a percentage, bro.
Of what's my percentage of if
out of 100? How confident are you out of 100?
At this present moment, I'm 55%, 45% not. Do you understand? But I keep saying that I can't make my full judgment until February to see where we're at. That's when crunch time is. We can look at the table and say, okay, these are our last 10 games coming up. What are we going to get from this? Look at the other teams. Then we can make a proper judgment. Right now, it's too early for me to be saying. I'm not sure.
100%. I fully agree.
Yeah, but Hugo, that's why you can't say when a team is 12 games in, they're 5 points clear in the Premier League against bloody Chelsea and 6 points in the Chelsea, 5 ahead of City. Top of the Champions League, we've only conceded 1 goal. And you cannot say that a manager who's got a team doing that in the best league in the world, in the best competition in the world in Champions League, and say that he's underperforming. I think that is the most craziest thing to say.
Not in the Champions League.
At the end,
Champions League points total, we could have more, but I wouldn't say that.
Listen, do you not think that every single? Do you not listen, boys? Do you not think every single team will look and go, "Oh man," because that's what you think of. You think about the games you could have won. You don't think about the other games that you could have lost. We're not going to think about when he's made changes because a lot of the time, the only recent game I can think of is Bayern Munich when he's brought on Madueke, Calafiori, and Martinelli, and they both scored and assisted. There were definitely games that
is overperforming Hugo, if I'm being honest, because
exactly.
I didn't see this, my brother. I didn't see us being 5 points clear at this stage of the season.
The only time you could say that is if we don't win the league.
Yeah, so I would say, even though with the games that we could have won, Hugo, I would say that in my mind, I didn't see us here. So I would say that he's overperformed what I expected him to do. Do you understand? That's where I'm at with it.
And look at the games. Let's look at the games. Newcastle away, done. Liverpool away, done. Man United away, done. Chelsea away, done. You look at these are big games that are done, and we're already 5 points clear, bro. Like we played Chelsea at home. We beat them every year at home. You look at Man City and Chelsea, they both got to play each other twice. They ain't even played each other this year.
True.
Like, honestly, bruv, like if you go through and really study it, yeah, I'm telling you now, there would have to be a massive drop-off for like a massive drop-off for us. Like we'd have to lose 3 games or 2 games and a draw, and they would have to win them both. Like honestly, I reckon Leeds will get something against Chelsea. Leeds at home under the lights. Remember, I've said this. I think they'll get something against Chelsea. And look, Man City play Fulham away. We play Brentford at home. It could be a nice.
It's not a bad shout, because they know they got something against bloody Man City away. To be fair, so we can't just write that off, Hugo. I'll be honest with you.
I think Villa will be a problem. I think Villa's going to be a big problem on Saturday. I think they're on phenomenal form. Emery's usually good. I don't think we've got a front.
Historically, Aston Villa have ruined a couple of our title pushes.
Last year.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a hard game.
That's a massive game for sure. I'm not sure who they all play on the weekend. Let's have a quick check before we close up the show. Just so
whilst you look for that, let me ask Negative Dan one more question. Negative Dan, 1st of January 2026, how many points ahead would you be happy with?
1st of January, how many more games have we got?
No, I'm just saying, like positive Dan said he'll be happy even if we're 1 point ahead on the title race.
I need more. I need to know how much games we would have played by the 1st of January. Is that the halfway point?
Half of them. Let's just say half the games. That's half the
games. Half the games. I'll be happy to be 7 points clear, man.
I think so. 7 to 9 points. I think then we got real chance. Remember, 1st of January, transfer window opens. Anything can happen. I was saying to Positive Dan, Vinicius Jr., he could come to one of the big teams, Man City. He could come to Chelsea. Anything can happen. A couple good signings, defenders, a couple of injuries for us. It's not a foregone. And plus, these teams are Man City, Pep won it before. They've got that elite mentality. Chelsea, for whatever we say, World Cup champions, they've won things. We haven't really. Our players haven't won it. So I would say, to have a cushion, we need about 7 to 9 points. That would make me happy. But December and January's tough. January's a tough part. We've got some big games in January as well.
Yeah, see, Walker, I saw you saying I keep it realist. I told you think I'm negative, but I'm a realist. That's why when man asks me, do you think Arteta's underachieving right now? I've told you I don't think he's underachieving because I didn't expect him to be overachieved on my books. Because I didn't expect us. Did you expect us to be 5 points clear right now, Hugo? Come start of the season, because I wasn't predicting this.
No, I did. I did. Not at the start, but when I saw Liverpool the first 3 games, I thought, nah, this is our game. When I look at our squad, I thought, wow. And then when I kind of done a little tally thing, what you do you go for each game, 3 points there, 3 points. I expected us to be 10 points clear at this stage of the season. Right, we're 5 off. But for me, I think we could have won a bit more. I certainly thought Liverpool were there for the taking. I certainly thought Man City, we could have done a bit better there. Sunderland dropping points. Sunderland I didn't mind so much, but Chelsea, when they went down to 10 men, bro, I'm sorry, man. You got to stick it on teams. It's like a boxer.
Hey, listen, see come end of the season, Hugo. See come end of the season, God forbid we don't win it. I've got all Arteta's mistakes in my head right now. I'm just not saying nothing right now, but there's question marks over some of the things he's done, but I've said it. I'm not doing this Arteta out or Arteta into this season. I'm not doing it until come the end of the season to see where we're at. There's no point. There's no point in saying Arteta out, Arteta. What's the point? He's staying to the end of the season. You understand? Let's just see what he does.
And I'm not against Arteta fully. I think he's done a phenomenal job. Like, let's be honest. Like, just to be clear from my point of view, I'm not one of those look for Arteta's little faults. I give him praise when he does well. I want him to win, like all of us do on the panel. I'm just not convinced he's that guy. That's the only thing. And that's after 4 or 5 years.
He might be the guy that...
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. So just to point out, I just think that maybe he's got us to a certain level, like Brendan Rodgers.
When they had the famous Rodgers, he may be the man that has put the foundation down and laid the bricks, but he may not be able to get that roof on, my friend. You understand? He might not be able to get that roof on, unfortunately. He is the bricklayer. He might just be the bricklayer that just got those solid foundations down, put the cement down. You understand?
100%.
It may be that. It may be that he's done a great job.
Or he might be the first manager since Herbert Chapman to win back-to-back league titles.
Why are you going so far ahead, man? Let's just win one place, Jesus.
Or he might be the first manager to win the Premier League, to win the Champions League in Arsenal's history. We're in for a great season, my friends. I can tell you that now.
Shall I tell you one thing, though? I agree with you on that. One thing, I think if we do get over the line, I think this team can absolutely. I agree with you. I think it'd be phenomenal. I think we could go on and dominate Europe. We could go and win multiple Premiership titles, but we need to get that.
That's something I agree with as well. But we need to get over the line first.
We could be looking at legends. We could genuinely be looking at legends right now, or we could look at some flops under Arteta, which I hope is not the case.
Let's see what happens, man.
It's just the only thing for me of this season is just getting a little bit concerning is these injuries once again, man. And now are we now looking at Gabriel and Saliba and saying that they're injury-prone players? Are they injury-prone centre backs? Because their record over the last 2 years is not good now. It's not good. It's not good. Saliba's already been injured this season for 3-4 games. Is it 3 or 4? Yeah, he's out again.
Ooh, that's
one of the biggest games of our season. He just popped down. Do you understand? Gabriel, 3 months. We got 2 months. You got to wait for Gabriel to come back. Is he going to stay fit for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
It's up in the air now, man. It's up in the air. You get it?
And you feel like Saka's going to get injured at some point.
I'll be honest. I will be very worried if Saliba's out for a long time. So I hope he's not.
Yeah.
Let's do some predictions anyway for Wednesday night. Go on. I'll go with you first, Hugo. What do you reckon?
I think we're going to beat Brentford. I'm going to give you 2 predictions. I think we're going to beat Brentford 2-1. But I think the Aston Villa game might be tight. I think might be 1-1 draw.
All right, we'll do both the games. Go on then, because we've got 2 in a row. These games are coming thick and fast, man. Dan, what are you saying?
2 draws, mate.
2 draws.
If Saliba's fit, then we're going to beat Brentford. Saliba's not fit, I'm concerned. I'll be honest with you.
You might as well just say you think we ain't going to win anything, because if we're going to withdraw them 2 games.
I didn't say that, Dan. I'm saying if Saliba's not fit, with what Brentford been doing, and they've got one of the top strikers in the league, he might be just behind Haaland, Thiago now. Yeah, their away
record's been terrible, but go on.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, if we haven't got Saliba in there, I'm a bit concerned because they look shaky. And we played against 10 men as well. Yeah, we're going to be up against 11 with Nketiah and Mosquera. I'm not fully confident with that centre-back pairing, man. So let's just see.
We're at home. We're phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, I know we're at home. We're phenomenal. We're at home. We're phenomenal with Gabriel and Saliba about. That's when we're phenomenal. We ain't seen how we are at home without him. But yeah, it might be a draw, but I think we should be winning that game, like you said, innit? But I feel a little bit cautious, man. I feel a little bit cautious. Aston Villa away.
That's tough, isn't it? That's a tough one.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. It's a tough one, but I think that might be a draw as well, unfortunately.
12:30 as well. Remember, that's at 12:30.
12:30. If Saliba's back, then I can make. But if Saliba is not back, I'm not too sure, man. I'm up in the air. I don't want to just go like I done with Chelsea. I made that mistake, innit?
Leo might be back. Leo might be back. Leo Trossard might be back.
He might be back. So, yeah, we've got to be beating Villa. We've got to be beating Brentford. Let's be honest, man. That's what I want to happen. That's what I think in the back of my mind will happen. But I'm not doing the same thing against Chelsea. That's it. That's where I'm at.
What's positive? I'm in a dark place, predictions.
Yeah, I think 3-0 Brentford will be an easy as routine win as you'll get. And I think we'll beat Villa 2-1. And I think it will be a close game. And we will just edge it. And if Trossard's back, I fancy him to get the winner.
I can see that. I just visualize that. I literally just visualize.
Trust me, bro. It's happening. Let's manifest it. And City are playing Fulham away on Wednesday. Hugo, what do you think? We'll do City. They've got Fulham away and they've got Sunderland at home a few days later.
The Sunderland game is the tough one for me. Like Sunderland, they've got this mad Xhaka spirit. Sunderland, you know who they remind me of? Switzerland. Switzerland have had no right to get to Euros and World Cups, but Xhaka has been
knocked out France that year, didn't they? And he was unbelievable.
He's been, bro. We talk about Declan Rice. One player that I think is up there. You get Gabriel, Xhaka, and Declan Rice. Those are the 3 players. Xhaka has been standout.
He's
I
younger,
actually think we
unbelievable.
got rid
Yeah.
of him too early. Like personally, I know they say he wanted to go. I think we should have done more to keep him the season after, because after all them years, we got the
I
best
agree.
Xhaka, and then he went and won the Bundesliga. I think Xhaka has been unbelievable.
He has. So what you saying? Fulham at home to Man City, just beat Tottenham.
Yeah, I think Man City win that.
This is tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Man City win that one. And I think Sunderland, I can see them drawing against.
Okay. Dan?
Go on, Dan, sorry.
That horrible noise has come back, by the way. But yeah, Man City away to Fulham. What's your prediction for that?
Bloody Bert Leno's coming out saying this is the perfect time to play Man City. Away to Fulham, they're going to draw that game, bro.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to draw, mate.
What's the scoreline? What scoreline are you going for?
1-1.
And at home to Sunderland?
They'll beat them. 2-0.
Who's Chelsea playing?
Chelsea have got Leeds away.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've actually started checking their fixtures, you know.
You got to start.
Yeah,
this is the time of the year you have to start checking them.
They got Leeds away, and then they play Bournemouth away, mate. Do you know what? Honestly, bro, I think they're fucked. I think they're fucked. No, remember, no Caicedo for 3 games as well, so he won't be playing in any of these 2 games.
The way these Chelsea fans are talking about this, who's the midfielder that they're going to bring in from? Is it what did they say again? They're gassing up this guy like he's
We're gonna
the new Messiah in the centre of the park. Who is it?
Who's evil Saka as well?
George.
George, is it that? George, where is it?
Seen George, he looks enough like evil Saka. George.
Hey lads, I'm gonna leave you 2 on, man. I've got to go, man.
No, we're wrapping up now anyway, Dan. So just give it a minute, bro. Go on. So yeah, all right. So what do you think, Hugo? Leeds, Chelsea.
I think they beat Leeds, and I think they'll sneak it past Bournemouth. I think Chelsea are going to win both those games.
Dan?
They're drawing against Leeds, bro. Reality hits.
Nah, Leeds are shit.
They're not shit, bro.
Leeds are crap, bro.
At Ellen Road, is that Ellen Road?
At Ellen Road, under the lights, 8:15.
That's it, bro. They might even lose, bro.
They might even lose that.
And then they go to Bournemouth away.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next Monday. Next Monday,
bro.
Next Monday we'll talk about it.
Let's see who's right. We'll send our predictions, yeah?
Yeah, we'll clip this bit. We know it's at the end, so we'll clip it and we play it at the start, yeah? That's what we'll do, right? I'm going to go for Man City away to Fulham. I'm going to go for a Man City win, 2-1. Man City at home to Sunderland. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Man City. So I think Man City will win both. However, I think Chelsea will lose to Leeds on Wednesday night, and I think they'll draw with Bournemouth. So I think Chelsea get 1 point, and then out of the next 2.
It'll be interesting. I disagree, but it's here too. I think Fernandes is going to step up. Reece James is just on incredible form. I think Estavo will come good against one of those. I think Estavo will ruin Leeds. I think that's the sort of he'll do really well.
Everyone in the chat, man. Everyone in the chat.
Big up everyone in the chat. Yeah. Thank you everyone who's tuned in, man. There's a few more. Let's just read out these comments before we go in. DJ says Arsenal doesn't need Semenyo. Mate, I would fucking take him, though.
Yeah.
Arsenal need to sign Semenyo. Let's read this one out. You guys keep forgetting that Arteta is fresh to being a manager and gutted the squad. And he gutted the squad and is rebuilding. I never expect him to be here at this stage. 26, 27 is when he projected us to win the league. Wow. Well, there you go. Yeah, this is what I keep saying as well to people. He's been a challenger ahead of his time. Yeah, but this is the thing. When you get there, you make your own pressure, don't you? You have to win now. And listen, I'm Arteta's biggest fan, but he's got to win this season for me. He has to do it. Negative Dan, stick to your guns. Arteta's not the man.
Yep, agree. I'm hoping we're wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
Saliba will be back for the weekend. I hope so. That will be a great for us. I think it's hard. 3-2 to the Arsenal he's gone for. Not sure if he's on about Wednesday, but
yeah, Brentford.
2-1 Brentford. Anthony Clark. This guy's a definite troll. 2-1 Brentford, 2-0 Villa. He's clearly not an Arsenal fan.
Nah, he might just be negative.
Well, listen, I don't think any Arsenal fan would predict us to lose 2 games like that. No. Brentford, well, hold on. What's he going on here? He's gone for DJ, I don't know what DJ's going on it. He's gone for us to lose 2-1 to Brentford, but to beat Villa 4-0.
It's not as ludicrous as it sounds. Brentford are on really good form, and our defence is in a bit of a disarray, so it's not ludicrous, bro.
He's gone for Fulham to beat City 2-1.
Nah.
And then he's gone for Sunderland 1-1 City.
Yeah, I can see that one. 1-1.
Santos is the guy they're all on about. And then here, remember Santos and Hugo are direct Caicedo swaps.
Yeah,
Santos they're nowhere near the level though of
Caicedo's level.
Leeds 0, Chelsea 3. And 5-2 against Bournemouth. Some interesting takes there, guys. Yeah. But listen, everyone, thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you, Hugo. Really appreciate you coming on, bro. I've enjoyed the show. I've enjoyed everyone in the comments. Make sure you're liking, subscribing if you haven't subscribed. If you're watching it on the replay, please do drop us some comments on the replay. We get them all in the live chat. We don't get them in the comments. It's just the way it is on YouTube, innit? But look, if you are watching on the replay, drop us a like, drop us a comment. And we'll be back on Thursday with our brand new show, the 3rd episode of Take the L, which will be on at 8 o'clock this Thursday. So make sure you tune in. None of our teams actually took the L this weekend. So it should be an interesting show. Big up to everyone. Thanks for watching.
Respect.
See you soon.